but paternal lines.
There's that. All right, cool. So now we should have noise. All right, sweet. Welcome to the Action Sturge. This week we'll be playing our fantastic game of Blades in the Dark. A game about scoundrels fighting tooth and nail to claw their way to the top of the criminal underground. And maybe making a few friends on the way and learning a thing or two about friendship.
Friendship, yeah.
So welcome to that. Before we get started, I do want to shout out dndwild.com. They are an amazing website who sends us dice sometimes to give away. And if you use our code, theactionsturge, you can actually save 10% on some metal color changing dice on their website at checkout. So go check them out. Use our code. And tune in next week for the dungeon crawler, because we're actually giving away some dice next week. We're gonna do a little giveaway. You don't want to miss that. So come check it out. Now, with that, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna let you guys go around and introduce your characters. Introduce yourselves and then your characters, and then Paul, if you wanted to rep anything, feel free to rep away. But we'll start with the Deacon Smith, who is playing Horatio. Tell us all about it.
Hello, I'm the Deacon Smith. I'll be playing Horatio, the Lurker. I'm kind of a burglar of sorts.
A burglar of sorts. All right. Paul.
Oh, hello, my name is Paul. I am playing Professor Hamilton Fairway, but my friends call me Prof. I am playing a Whisperer, which is kind of like a ghost mage set in this dystopian gothic era, and it's very fun. I'm looking forward to casting some rituals.
Ooh, nice. Forkpuff, who are you playing? What are you doing?
Hi, my name's Maddie, or otherwise known as Forkpuff. I'm playing as Lester Emsworth, who also goes by Les, because his famous quote is, "Less is more." He's, the class is the Hound, and he's essentially the sharpshooter, sniper. He kind of stays back and supports from far behind.
And Terry.
I am Terry, and I am playing Reginald Copperfield, the mad scientist tech guy that makes the gadgets and the chemicals that make life worth living.
Wonderful. Excellent.
There are ghosts involved.
Excellent. So while we are this is episode 2 that we're doing on the stream. This is actually the third adventure that you guys have done. And so far we've spent most of our time fucking with the Foghounds, a rival smuggling gang. I guess we should mention that you guys are smugglers. You go under the gang name, the Moon Cursors, and there's a rival smuggling gang named the Foghounds, and you guys have so much beef with them that it has started an outright war between the two factions. So you've been fucking with them. Last time we boarded a Leviathan Hunter ship that was being held from docking at the ports, and you guys went and smuggled a member of the crew off for Lady Castellan Fletcher, and you guys got into some Leviathan ghost bullshit, but managed to get out safely and alive, and cash in some good coin. I think that's everything. Anybody need to add anything to that?
That was pretty accurate, though. I think you're underselling this scary shit. Like, poor Horatio down there being assaulted by black ink that was coming to kill him. It was terrifying.
Yes. Now, Horatio, you actually got some harm from that, didn't you?
Yeah. I took that.
Although you spent some time to heal, so you're no longer terrified, but you are still affected by something, right?
Yeah. What was that?
Oh, it's the Shaolin monks. They're coming around. Don't worry.
Reg got a message. I'll be right back.
Yep.
He's got an order to fill real quick.
The life
Fear.
of a Victorian inventor.
All right, so what are we gonna do today? You guys, the score that you took last time was actually prompted by some information that you received from a captured foghound, and there were 2 other leads of jobs that foghounds are potentially interested in. So you have those, and then you're also seeking to. You're also seeking to put an end to this war, because it is quite taxing on your resources. So, with that in mind, what do we feel? What do we feel like doing? What do we need to do?
We need to figure out a way of ending this beef we have with these damn foghound fellows. Whichever way that entails, it needs to be done.
Yes, I agree. Only other good information I thought that we could pursue from the Foghounds was the spice from the setting up a contact to become the spice deliverers for that from the islands. I forget the name of the island, but an island nonetheless.
Yes, it's the faraway land of Tykeros, which is almost said to be like a mythical, legendary place. The people who hail from there are often quite strange to see. They usually have like feathers or horns. Weird eyes, stuff like that. They have features that are not normally seen in Duskfall.
Abominations, one could say. Certainly don't see many of those in the upper class districts, I can tell you that much.
But I do agree ending the war is more important. But
so I think we have, well, personally, from our current knowledge, we have several options. One of them would be to hunt down the hounds. All these goods they've got moving in and out, all of this new backing they've got from this supplier, which we now know is another group called the Hive, a group of merchants, I believe. It must make it fairly obvious to find out where they're being, moved to, a bit of digging and a bit of following. Also, we kind of got an idea of what might be happening from that peon of theirs on the ship. There's also the ability to go and introduce ourselves to the Hive themselves. They're merchants. They are educated professionals of their trade. I'm sure they would be more than happy to listen to what we have to say. What do you think?
Well, we don't know anything about them. But yeah, we could give it a try.
well, we know they're businessmen, and they are more likely to not take sides when it comes to profit, as long as they're getting theirs. I'm sure they wouldn't care who was bringing it to them as long as it got brought.
And we need to prove the incompetence of the Foghounds, which I believe we kind of already done a couple of times.
Yeah, we've done that, I would say.
Without the support of the Hive, it would be significantly easier for us to dispatch or move the Foghounds, I think. What do you think, Lissa?
I just worry if we tell them that we've been somewhat interfering with their plans.
Oh, no, we wouldn't tell them that.
Okay.
Just offer our services because we heard the Foghounds
There we go.
watching the jobs.
We've seen a couple guys visiting the bar while on the job.
Plus, we got this brand new boat.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know if this is high on the list, but the Foghounds base is literally a steamship, correct?
Correct.
It would
Correct.
be a shame if something happened to that.
Oh, such a shame. Yes. Our master inventor. I wonder what you could rig.
I wonder.
I'll leave that in your capable hands. Most certainly a project we should work on.
Yes.
Maybe we could go about that today. We could go about procuring the materials you'd need to create such a project.
That is a possibility.
So how can we get a meeting with the
Hive?
with these people?
Well, if we wanted to go about it that way, I think our good friend has already mentioned the spice. I think if we were able to get an in with that spice dealer and maybe present that contact to the Hive, they would see it as a potential investment of their money, one could say. They might like the idea of us introducing them and giving them a discount. Maybe we can already get the first shipment and present it to them as a, at a discounted price, saying, look, we're willing to do business. We are obviously competent, more competent than we hear the Foghounds are these days.
That's true.
It's an easy into the conversation. We could do that.
Yeah.
Or we could just hunt down the Foghounds. I know that we could also, we could plant some evidence and inform the Bluecoats. There are many ways we can go about this.
Oh, it would be a shame if something linking them to that
Ship.
raid on the ship last time.
It would be such a shame, wouldn't it? Great minds think alike.
like missing
Yeah.
blue coat uniforms or something? Like
Something like that, or a boat. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should leave the blue coats out of this.
We're just trying to point them in the right direction.
Well, we'll never even speak to them. We'll just leave them an anonymous letter saying, "Hey, by the way, have you found these uniforms? We know where they are. It's a terrible shame." Anyway, other than that and living with the family, how are things going, you guys? How's your week been?
yeah, Les actually kind of looks a little like grumpy and like a little pissed off today. He's kind of maybe like not even like listening to the group really. He's like brooding.
Feeling a little raw after that massage session.
His heart was broken.
What's up, my dear young buck?
Nothing. Just leave me alone.
If it's lady troubles, you're more than welcome to borrow another
It's
outfit.
not. And he grabs like Ray here and just pinches. It's nothing. Everything's good. Just taking in all the information, how we can go about the plan. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can see you doing like that scrutinizing, like old man eyebrow raise. Just annoys me more. Like.
If you say
So I like the idea of introducing ourselves to the Hive, to the Hive in a more business-like manner. I think they'd appreciate that. So maybe we could secure this spice shipment and go from there. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like that. I also kind of like the idea, honestly, of like planting evidence and leaving a little anonymous letter for the Bluecoats.
Oh, I like that too.
I really think, and that way we get the Foghounds off our tail for a little bit at least as well.
They
while
would
we're
most
setting up
certainly
the
be
spice contract.
preoccupied.
Yes, exactly.
Good thinking, Lester.
So you would want to plant evidence that they were responsible for the Leviathan Hunter thing?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have a boat and uniforms. Do we have anything? I think that's all we really got, right?
We
have
also
the
do have
Leviathan
the
parts.
We have the Leviathan parts, and we do have the knowledge of that. The Bluecoats were watching the estate, the mansion. They know that the lady of the mansion had been in contact with members of the Foghounds before we even arrived.
Hey.
That's
So there's
true.
already a link as well.
Hey.
The perfect setup, one could say. It would be a shame to lose these wonderful parts. He starts going over the bones, you know.
Oh, what
Well,
a shame.
Not all the parts. We just need some of the parts.
Some. Yeah, there you go.
Some of the lesser ones, perhaps, like that one over there that's slightly broken. Yes, that sounds
Yes,
fine.
yeah. The ones that don't sell quickly.
Meanwhile, I imagine Horatio and I just both look disgusted, like, ooh, just get rid of them all.
As me and Prof are over there going, what about this?
Yeah, you're like, what's a tongue? What is this? Ugh.
Oh, the muscles are still moving. What if we stab it with some electricity and see what happens?
I imagine you have like those super long like gloves that go up to like the elbow too. As you're like inspecting them, like.
Sniffing
Well, if anyone
Yeah.
was going to... Oh yeah, you do need to sniff them. Back on my day on the boats, we had to sniff all of our takes, especially from the Leviathan parts. The fresh stuff always sells
the
better.
only thing you were sniffing.
Oh no, we sniffed all sorts.
Whoa! the eyes under the brim of my fedora.
Look,
See them.
beyond the electrostatic field, it's a very different existence.
Prof,
Everything is everywhere.
you don't need to. The ghost man, we see him.
The goats are everywhere. Okay, sometimes it's better just to be a bit out of your mind.
Are you telling me you're in your mind right now?
Most certainly.
Okay, that's not comforting.
Insane in the membrane.
What's left of it anyway? Old age is a bugger.
Oh God.
All right. Well, so I suppose your first line of action would be to gather some information, perhaps.
Yes.
Is there?
We need to find a foghound and find out where they are.
Well. Oh, sorry. Which thing are we pursuing today?
I think we're trying to plant evidence, is what we're doing. First.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's what we'll be doing. All right. So, yeah. So, who can you go to for some?
Well, the gondoliers would be the first port of call, I would suggest, because they
Ellen.
love us to bits. Ellen hates them too, so.
Yeah, I feel like Ellen would be able to find a way to help us out too. If she can't help us, she could find somebody that could help us. Well.
Right, and we could always stake out various places we know the foghounds are active and perhaps borrow one of their members for another questioning session.
Okay. So who wants to go talk to whoever? Who's got a friend or who? You do have. I guess you all have Ellen, right? Yeah, who's a gondolier. You guys are good with the gondoliers. So.
Oh, they love us, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can go talk to Ellen. You'll meet her where you usually meet her, which is like on some shoddy, rundown docks in a abandoned boathouse over near the fish market, and it's just a hop, skip, and a jump across the silk from where you guys are, and as you pull your boat through the mist and saddle up to the decrepit docks, you'll find that Ellen is waiting for you. She's got a vest on with like it was a shirt, but she's ripped the sleeves off of it, so it's like a vest now, and her tattoos are displaying prominently, and her. As you arrive, she'll give a smirk and she'll say, "Oh, good to see you guys are still alive. I thought the foghounds might have caught up to you."
Yeah, I'm just sulking in the back.
My dear lady, we are far too competent to let those luggards catch us.
God.
She says, "Well, you're lucky. I'll give you that." She says, the whole city's talking about what went on over on the Leviathan ship. On
Oh,
the
terrible business.
the
yes.
melancholy. What was it? The melancholy vixen.
That was a close one.
Oh, it was terrible for the Foghounds, yes.
She raises an eyebrow and she says, "Well, to be honest, that's not what I heard. I heard that it was your merry little gang. In fact, some loose-lipped noble was bragging about it at a party. I heard."
We all slowly turned to Prof.
Yeah, sorry, that was the wife. I'll let someone else deal with this.
That's just what I hear on the canals.
I think the problem is we needed to be the Foghounds that did this.
Or at least certain groups to think that.
She says, she kind of nods and she says, I see, you're trying to get the blue coats to go after the Foghounds. Well, it's not a bad idea. It wouldn't take much.
They have been causing so much havoc recently. I mean, you heard about all those exploding boats off of the coast. I mean, just 2 weeks ago. It's just
Dreadful business.
Yes. How are you supposed to make an honest living with that kind of trash wandering around?
She says, you know I'm no fan of the Foghounds, but...
I know.
She says, getting the blue coats to go after them specifically. It'd be a little easier if you had someone on the inside.
That's exactly what we need you for, Ellen. We have all the evidence we need to plant. We just need somebody to get us in. And then I go back to sulking. Damn, it's just like with oh shit, Celine. Why don't these women want to help me?
So she says, no, I mean, you're probably gonna need a person on the inside, a blue coat on your side here, like a person on the inside.
I look at Horatio.
Suppose there's my old friend, but I haven't spoke to him in some time. But I thought I'd seen him last time we ran into the fog gap.
Well,
Well, and so Darmit is your rival who works for the Blue Coats, right?
Yeah.
He's a rival, but he's a connection. So.
Yeah.
Real quick. I think the camera switched for some reason.
Yep.
For me and Paul.
Oh, did they switch?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Lester. I'm gonna grumble in the corner.
Yeah, I'm a big bougie old guy who lets his wife talk a bunch of shit.
There we go.
Oh, I'm married. That must be real great.
Oh, I never got no luck with women.
Well played. And I pulled out my fedora, sadly.
And I have my 50-year-old monocle. Yes, quite right.
No, don't forget your cane. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I need that to walk.
So what information am I trying to extract from this guy?
Yes, how do you mean, Ellen? Why do we need a contact on the inside when we could just leave them somewhere to be found?
She says, well, I'm trying to like do this without like actually planning anything. So
I know what you mean.
yeah.
I mean,
so
I couldn't very well ask a favor of the Starman guy, but I could.
Oh, is he not a friend?
No.
Oh,
I could plant certain information.
for him to find.
Right.
Oh, so maybe he's looking
Ooh.
for you and he finds other things, perhaps.
Perhaps, possibly.
Oh.
Or we could make it a benefit for him to look at the boat or wherever we put the evidence, considering their rep had to suffer, considering their blockade got bypassed by these supposed fog hounds.
Very true.
And what kind of personal rep would he gain by catching the people responsible?
Right. Exactly.
Now, how to frame that into a job, I have no idea.
well, so I think so I think if you wanted to talk to him and at least get some blue coat intrigue going on, I think I would just make that like an action roll. If you wanted to pursue that, and then we could based on the outcome of that roll, we could sort of decide how that goes. But I think basically what it would do is like secure, like when you go to make the engagement roll, it would give you a bonus.
Would that be consort or?
It depends on how you want to approach it. Looking through the actions, I would think that consort would probably be a pretty good call.
Oh, I should probably pull that up.
What do y'all think?
Let's see here.
It's certainly a start. Worst case scenario, we have to avoid them for a while.
A
Doesn't really pay any
sway,
headline on us.
a sway might be more effective, but a consort could also work, depending on how friendly you actually are with it. Like I know he's your rival, but
Well,
Which
he's
is
only
why-
my rival through my old client. He seemed to always be there at the wrong time.
okay.
So we have no personal beef, but yeah, he doesn't like me. So I don't know. It would be either way.
Where are what determines the roles and the?
Oh.
Wait,
Well, you
what?
basically you kind of say it, but I'll give you a link to a site that has it pretty useful.
But the,
Oh.
the
What-
descriptions of the abilities are like one
what-
set of the PDF.
Oh, okay.
It's
What-
in the lobby. There's also for it there. You
Yeah.
scroll down, it should have
Trying to-
actions and some examples.
Okay.
What are we trying to accomplish here?
We're trying to make it so the blue coats try to go after the foghounds because the foghounds are taking the fall for that little ship heist situation. So we need to plant some parts and some blue coat uniforms in a place the foghounds are either in already or are known to frequent, and point them in that
Right.
direction.
I would say consort would be the way I'm going.
Socialize with friends and contacts.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, if it was like, if you were like a more, like if you were more on bad, like more bad terms, I would say sway, but if you're like on good terms with them, then that would be a consort. Because I think consort's like you socialize with like people you know pretty well.
Hmm.
But swaying is kind of like influencing, like.
Well, I know him well, but I would not say in any way we're friends.
I suppose
Okay,
you have
well-
anyone you know. Even anyone else?
I don't think I just have Celine, and then I have Valeris. That bitch.
I do not have any connection to the Blue Coats.
Neither
Yeah,
do I.
no.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
I
Ellen
would-
does.
I would actually probably say sway then because I feel like that's more like. I feel like that's more crafty than consorting. I feel like consorting is like sitting down and having a beer with somebody.
All right, so the
I'll
real question
sway.
is, do you have a dot in either?
No. I have got no resolve.
I have attuned command and console in this way.
I don't think
I
I
have
resolve.
one in consort.
Oh yeah, I guess it just depends how y'all go about it.
Well, I could certainly ask the Outlaw's Guide for some advice. It would know the location where we could plant some objects. If that was our goal.
Yeah, I don't have any resolve either.
What if we just plant the objects in a Foghound location and just go tell the Blue Hounds by leaving them a message anonymously?
Yeah, well, and then gathering information. I think the information you could gather that would be available to you is possibly just tracking locations and movements of the foghounds, which the gondoliers will gladly provide to you. I don't think you actually even need to roll for that. So
Very generous as always, our good friends.
yeah, Ellen will tell you that they have been hanging around. They've been hanging around Night Market for some time, and or like the Foghound, which is the name of their steamship, has been hanging around Night Market for some time, but then suddenly they've kind of disappeared, and it's known that they use the Little Dusk as a as a way to go out of the out of Duskfall and into the Void Sea. Sometimes they'll pop out for a little bit and then come back, but so they were hanging around Night Market and then they kind of disappeared. But they were last seen going out of the lightning barrier through the Little Dusk, which is on the south side of Silkshore.
Which, if need be, I could do a stakeout. I got my bird that I can use to go get, tell you guys. Like, if I stake out and I see where they are, I can get my bird to come get you to my location.
And we know they're frequenting Night Market, and specifically a certain place. That would sound like a very
Exactly.
wise choice of action, yes.
So
Now
yeah,
we
I
just need to
could,
figure out how we tell the Blue Coats.
So if you want to gather information, less if you want to survey, just tell me what information you want to get exactly.
so what do we need? We need to know
Where they're gonna be.
where they're going to be,
Schedule.
like what direction they're headed. What'd you say, Paul?
Their schedule, when they are and aren't there.
Yeah, so schedule, where
Possibly,
they're going, their direction,
Possibly the cargo they'll be carrying.
possibly any cargo they have. Yeah.
One thing we could do as well to kind of help this along would be to mark some of the crates they would be transporting with the name of the ship that was so wrongly stolen. Maybe we could have the Blue Coats intercept them on the water.
Quick question. Do I need a certain position or effect at all for
Actually, I was just reading this. I believe, actually, when you gather information, I think it's a fortune roll.
what the hell is that? You say a fortune roll? I really would prefer a survey.
No, you can still use survey, but it follows different rules, I believe.
Oh.
So you would use your action rating for survey to do it.
Oh.
But I'm just trying to see what the consequences are if you fail.
Nothing, of course.
It all goes
course.
perfectly, yes.
Yeah, no, yeah, everything's cool. Everything's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah. So here it is. It gives me a little table to follow. Okay, cool. So yeah. So go ahead and you can roll. So you're trying to figure out when what their schedule is, right?
Yeah, what their schedule is, if they have any cargo, where they're
Okay.
from, all that sort of stuff. So survey. Partial success.
Nice. So a 5. So 5. Yeah. Mixed result. Limited. Partial effect. So so you're actually going to see just by staking out. Let's say you're staking out on Barrow Bridge to see when they are moving through the lightning barrier over here, and you're going to see. You're actually not going to see the Foghound, like the steamship. Instead, you're going to end up seeing the a smaller boat. That actually docks. Nah, that seems unlikely. I'm gonna say, yeah, that you'll see a. Sorry, I just realized that the part of the map that I was looking at was not the right part. Sorry.
Are we in a night market one too?
This is actually over. If you're looking for where they're going through the barrier, then it's the little Dosk. They were in night market, but they were there for a little bit, but then they left.
Okay.
They haven't been seen around there for a minute. So I think if you go to the little Dosk.
Where are we at here? Can you ping it for me?
Oh yeah.
Such
right.
a big freaking map.
Sorry, here. I think I can actually move you to it.
Oh. Oh, it's. Okay, yeah, I see it. Here, okay.
Yeah, so that's the Barrow Bridge. I think. Okay, yeah. So I think you'll see the Foghound ship come back in. However, it is. Oh man, sorry. I'm trying to figure out how this works best for a mixed result. I think it'll come back in, but
The fog.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, it'll come back in, but it's armed.
Bastards.
But it's armed to the teeth. Like I think, there's a lot of. They must have every Foghound on board.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Foghound on board.
Yeah.
And are we all there?
Well, that's what Les is gonna survey.
Yeah, I got my little bird with me. I'll probably scrawl like a little message at a time on my leg and probably know.
Yeah.
So it'll probably like fly off to go find y'all.
And you'll probably see them come back in, and then go back out. And I don't think you'll see which direction they go after they go out, but you'll see them go in and go out, and I think the mixed success is that you're going to see that they are armed to the teeth.
So yeah, so they came in this way and then out like this way?
They came through the lightning barrier, which is over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over this way.
Yeah, and then they left. So they came in and they went back out a short while later. So they came into Duskfall and then they left Duskfall again.
Okay. Yeah, I will write like a little message. Let them know that they came back in, they look armed to the teeth, and went back out and kind of like I guess I'll keep a little longer watch on like a schedule, I guess, to see how often they're coming in and coming back out as well.
Yeah, it seems like every couple of days. Like they'll be gone for a couple of days and they'll come back in and.
Okay.
But fairly regularly, like every 3 days, I'll say.
And they're always armed to the teeth every time, right?
Yeah, they've got a lot of protection on that ship right now.
Right.
So do they like stop and dock anywhere, or do they just come in and make a joy?
I think they'll come in, and then I don't think you'll see where they end up docking at.
Oh shit. Well, I at least know where they pass by. Yeah, so I will relay that.
Okay. Planting some stuff on that might be a bit difficult. Not impossible, though.
Well, let me just say, we have a guy that can make obnoxious odor bombs. Can't go wrong with that.
That is very true.
What map are you looking at?
Duskvol. I don't know how to ping. Is it? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Everybody ping!
So, so that's the information you get from that. Is there any other information you need to get right now?
Anybody have any other ideas? I mean, we have a schedule. Oh, and we see they're armed to the teeth. Is there any cargo on board that I can... Well, I guess... Nothing probably noteworthy up top, huh?
Yeah,
Just a
I
couple
don't...
boxes
Yeah,
and crates.
I don't think you'll see anything up top, no.
Okay. How many men or women are there? Like 20, 30?
I'd say the ratio is skewed towards more men than women. Just because I think women are probably fairly smarter than that to be roughing it with the foghounds.
Laughs and Alala.
But no, yeah, I think it's probably fairly skewed, more men than women.
Yeah,
How many
I meant
are
like just how many are there? Like,
Yeah.
that I can count. At least up top.
I don't know if you'll be able to get a good count with the roll you got.
Oh, okay.
But you can see that it's skewed. Also, it might have come up in conversation. I don't know if you guys will be surprised about this, but Cal is not, while he is a high-ranking Foghounds member, he is not their leader.
You got demoted, dumbass.
Wow. That's what you get for losing a hideout, sucker.
Yeah, you stupid idiot.
Their leader's name is Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah,
Escargot.
Margaret Vale. She is known for being quiet, cold, and fearless.
You said she. Damn it.
Well, so what are we gonna do? I mean, they're obviously ready for anything.
Well, we have been sticking it to them, so.
Well, I certainly know what I will be requesting of a close friend of mine.
Well, so all we need is just one, though, to figure out where their new hideout is, right?
I think there's a very good chance that I might be able to contact Nirax and ask him to possess one of the people on the boat, which he then goes back with them, comes back
They just
a couple of
jump
days
off,
later.
like...
He can just dispatch himself. If it's in the ghost field, he doesn't have to worry about it. He can just move as he likes. So he could theoretically go with them depossess the man before his 12 hours of possession are up, and he could fly back and let us know where the boat is.
Yeah.
If you wanted more information on their hideout specifically, that doesn't really help our current situation, though. If our goal is to pin this thing on the bluecoats,
Well,
on the foghounds,
it would probably be good. We could probably get away with more in their hideout. We could wait till they're gone.
Where else were we going to plant the evidence? On their boat?
I was thinking perhaps the bluecoats could intercept the boat.
Oh, so can we just have your ghost friend take all the evidence with him when he goes back?
He can't really carry stuff when he's not possessing anyone, so it would be a bit difficult.
Yeah, when he's possessing the guy, though, and we just give all the guy and he takes it back to the boat.
He might be able to hide it and plant it in certain places. It's certainly a possibility. But I would need to be close enough to him to instruct him.
Don't you think that it would be worth considering planting it in the hideout?
Yes, I believe that's what we're considering. But I would have to be close as well in order to maintain that kind of connection with him.
Well, we need to grab a guy. Well, at some point they have to dock, right? That's why I'm assuming they're... So I can see where they're coming in. If I could let y'all know where they come in and we follow kind of along where they went, or ask Ellen, like the gondoliers, like to keep an eye out for like this boat, what they look like, and see where they dock.
If it's a matter of following them, we can most certainly do that. We have your bird, we have my friend. I can also attune to the ghost field, summon a spectre who could then follow the boat as it departs and come back and tell us. As long as it's a single command, I can do that.
Could we just shadow them in our own boat?
We could also do that.
I mean, it's not like there's no traffic on these canals, so it's not like we'd be obvious as long as we're not right up their ass.
The only downside is that the only boat we have is our boat, which they wouldn't be familiar with. They know it's ours.
Well, and we're at war with them, so I mean, it's on site when they see us.
I'm sure we could find a unattended motorboat somewhere.
Yes, we probably could.
All right, so go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if we get in the vicinity, maybe we could sneak in there.
So it sounds like we're accomplishing multiple things here. If we're already going to the hideout, perhaps we should prepare some presents to leave.
Yes.
Well, and that's
and at the same time plant the evidence. I don't see why we can't do both. Especially if we could perhaps cripple certain engines on the boat to make it an easier target for some very angry bluecoats. Although, that being said, if our only problem is with Cal, then perhaps we could...
Just Cal.
I mean, clearly he's the person we're at war with here,
So, all right. I want to consolidate some things. So what's the goal of the score? I guess. Like, what are we trying to accomplish?
I think we're trying to overall plant evidence and get the bluecoats on the Foghounds trail, right?
Yeah, exactly right. First objective is plant evidence on the hideout of the Foghounds ship, on their moving hideout. So we need to find a way of getting to it, which I think we've kind of discussed several ways. We'll do that more in the score though.
Okay.
And then the secondary objective, quote unquote, may be to leave them a few explosive presents on certain parts of their ship.
Okay, so sabotage.
Sabotage, yes, that would be true.
All right, cool. All right, sweet. And I think we can move on to the planning phase, unless anybody needs to gather any more info.
I will need to request my friend Nerax's help, so I will obviously set my Outlaws Guide down. I'll open up the diary page and start writing down some fish oil. Could you meet us at these coordinates if it is within your purview to do so?
Yes.
Could use your help.
Nerix is going to request something of you.
Of course, my friend. Anything.
In return.
You know that.
Yeah, when you start writing with that fish oil, like my nose wrinkles up and like, ugh, stinky.
You get used to it over the years. I'm sorry. The nose kind of
Gee.
left me years ago.
No. There's a lot of things that left you, old man.
That is very true.
Oh my god.
He will he in this meeting or in this discussion you have, he will say because there's different levels of ghost, right? Like there's some ghosts that are more like collected, right, than others. Like
Yeah, so some are mad, some are only there to do their business and then bugger off. Some are, like Nirax's case, who possesses local tavern wenches and enjoys the life of pleasure on both sides of the gender spectrum. He's a bit twisted in his own little way, but he's at the end of the day, he's an old fisherman who's trying to fulfill his desires, I suppose.
okay,
So if he wanted something, it may be along that line.
okay.
And of course, I'm a close friend of his, so I'd be more than happy to provide that.
Okay. So yeah, so I think he I think he's going to request. So I think so. Yeah. So he's going to say. He says, I do enjoy from time to time. I do enjoy this life of delving into others and experiencing things through them. But there will come a time where I think I might settle down.
Settle down into a particular host, or do you mean finish your daily business and finally get off this plane?
And he says,
What do you mean, old friend?
I've had my eye on someone particular,
Oh,
but I know what happens. I know what happens if I stay too long in their body.
it's not pretty. For you or for them.
He says, old friend, I've done you so many favors over the years.
And I've done you so many favors. That's what friends are for, of course.
He says, I seek permanence.
I see. I have an idea. Would you allow me some time to look into this for you?
And he'll nod, and he'll dissipate.
Goodbye, my friend. Okay, so I've got a project to do. Oh, I already got it.
All right, so yes, that's what he will request when you communicate with him. Do we need to gather any more info?
I don't believe so.
All right, cool. Well, we will move right along to the engagement roll, thus starting the score. Just about right on time too. So let's see here. Okay, so you got your goal. You want to plant evidence on on the Foghound, and you want to sabotage the Foghound. So what plan will you go with? We have assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, and transport.
It's almost sounding like an assault. Like stealth, assault could both work. Maybe stealth also.
Yeah, I'm thinking more stealth.
Yeah. Agreed. Because we're trying to accomplish something underhanded, sabotage, but we're not assaulting the ship itself with explosives, are we? But we kind of are in a way. So yeah, stealth, I reckon.
Well, we're definitely avoiding direct confrontation,
Yeah, quite right.
if we're lucky.
There's far too many of them.
Also, yeah, Dozer, I just shaved it all off. It was getting annoying. Okay, yeah, so I think stealth. I do believe our dear friend Horatio is quite proficient in the acts of stealth. I know
Yeah.
that I'm afraid as an older gentleman, it's not quite my purview.
Yes, and I believe I can take that.
Oh, nice. A freaking scam bot came in while I went potty. Of course, they're like, she's gone!
Yeah, I took care of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Prowl.
Well, so stealth, so trespass unseen, and then we need a detail. The point of infiltration.
Will be the hideout, won't it?
The back way, the back door.
So it will be their hideout on, which is the moving boat. We have several ways we can follow it. So I guess the point of infiltration will be either us borrowing a boat from an unsuspecting local and using that to follow their ship back to where they're moored. I believe is the idea. Borrow, quite. We're just gonna make sure we don't borrow it from someone who would get a bit miffed, you know.
Okay, so their hideout is mobile.
It's a floating boat. Yes, it's a giant like steamship. So once again, we are taking to the sea to try and infiltrate a boat again. Version 2, let's go.
Well, I guess we could go by water, over the side.
We climb up.
I guess I could take a dive and climb up the side. If there's a side that's not so populated.
Yeah. And we can certainly dispatch Lester's birds. You know, we'll have to do this in the score though. We're doing too much planning again.
Oh yeah.
We keep doing this. Like, sorry, everyone at home. We're
We're bad at it. Yeah.
We plan too much. We think too much. Luckily, in this system, you just do it in the moment. So.
But we're like, we need to plan. Like.
Every aspect of the detail must be accurate.
Yeah, that must be a plan. I think we should stick with definitely.
What's our point of entry?
So we're looking for the hideout, right?
Yeah.
We know that it's mobile.
Yeah.
So we need to find out where that is. How, I'm not sure.
We need to follow the boat on its way
Okay,
out.
so we need to. Okay, so that's what we need to go follow the boat, and we'll work from there.
Yeah. So we need to borrow a boat from the dock, follow their boat out, and then either use your bird or a ghost that I can attune to the ghost field with to follow the boat out. So that's our point of entry, I guess.
I could totally have the bird do that.
Yeah.
Ghosts are scary.
Well, so I think it's asking for a specific point. Like, are you going to like board the ship? Like how are you going to board? How are you going to board the ship? Like, are you gonna like?
Right.
I think I need that specific detail to move on to the actual engagement role.
So probably round the back, right near the rudder, I'd imagine.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
That sounds good. I have access to some kind of climbing gear.
Yes, you
Yeah,
will.
I have light climbing gear. So if that'll help.
Yeah, I could suffer a lot of stress and look into the Outlaw's Guide so we could see all the movements of those people on the ship to make sure we don't get caught.
Because all you gotta do is plant the uniforms, right?
They can stay.
We gotta plant the uniforms, maybe a few Leviathan parts in some distinct locations. You know,
Maybe a trail of blood.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Maybe dirty up the uniforms a bit. I agree. It's a good idea. And then secondary objective, as a bonus objective, if we can accomplish it, great. Our good friend Mr. Reginald here will need time to plant some presents, explosive presents, on their ship.
Oh my.
How much is it? 5 stress, I think, to do the Outlaws Guide? Yeah. I'll do the Outlaws Guide. So I will open up the guidebook, which seems to have vouchers falling off the side. It's a very weird thing. And I will say into it, I vow that I am after nefarious gains. And suddenly, ink will start populating the page, like a certain very famous magical movie. And then that will show us quite a few details about the score. So the ship, the details, its blueprint, its layout, and things like that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's good. So,
I'm going to set for 5 stress.
And do you, I can't remember, do you roll for that as well?
I'm pretty sure it's an attune, but let me double check.
Okay.
I suffer the stress anyway.
Right. And we'll say in this case, maybe the roll gives you the, determines the quality of information that you get.
We haven't currently got a roll, but I like that. Maybe we should include that.
Because don't you have like, don't you have to like be nice to it and stuff? Like, don't you have to like?
Yes. I've been pampering it and making sure it's got a nice cover. I've been spraying it with perfumes. It's very loved.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the stress will pay for the information then, right?
Yeah, that's what we've got currently. But I kind of like the idea of a roll. It's up to you, really.
Yeah, we can do that. And that
Makes it a bit fun.
We'll just make that a fortune roll, so we can just make that like whatever action you think would be appropriate.
Probably a tune because it's a spiritual entity.
All right, and then we'll roll fortune on that, or just.
So what are we doing right now?
He's got a magic map.
Tuning, which I fail miserably at. One more
Oh. Jeez.
So the Outlaws Guide is my ritual that I can cast. Essentially, it's a bit like the Marauders map from Harry Potter. It shows the footsteps of people and also the blueprint of the location. But I think I think it's going to fail.
Yeah, it's not going to help you, is it?
No.
Not today.
I would kind of flavor it as it doesn't really like it doesn't like that particular perfume, so it's going to say no and just close.
No, I think it'll still work, but it will have a way limited effect it'll have a very short range. So basically, if you hold it and you look at it, you'll be able to see who's like maybe like around the corner. Like it'll give you information from maybe about like, let's say like maybe 30 feet away, or 30, like maybe 50 feet away. 30 feet away, 30 feet away. We'll do 30 feet away.
30 feet away.
So it'll be like just a limited range.
Thank you.
And the information might be unreliable as well.
Thank you. Yes, my pretty. It's okay. Don't worry. We're infiltrating the boat from the back by the rudder.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll the engagement roll. So, engagement roll. All right. So, all right, so for the engagement roll, you start off with 1d for sheer luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Larry.
All right, so
one could even say a bit daft.
So you get an extra die for that. Does the plan's detail expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
We don't know enough.
There's too many.
And then, can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a D. And then, are there any other elements that you want to consider? Maybe a lower tier target. Okay, yeah. Are there any other elements that we need to consider? That will give you a bonus or a penalty.
Well, they're a higher tier than us by like 2 or 1. They have more men.
That is true, yeah. So, so let's see. That's not 3D. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 4D. Okay. All right. I've got a partial success. Okay. So you are in a risky position when the action starts. So where will the action start? The action will start. So you guys, so you've been watching this ship for days, right? You know that they come in every third day, and the ship has come through the lightning barrier. It's chocked full of foghounds like it normally is, and as you and there is some traffic in the canal, and as you pull up to the back of the ship, where the rudders are, you are going to
Are they muddy?
huh?
You might have to go do something.
Okay. You are going to you're going to find that there is something attached to the bottom of the ship, and as you approach, you can see its tentacles sort of clinging to the bottom of the ship. You can see that it as you approach, the tentacles start to slide down under the ship and disappear under the water. Very shortly, they will begin to emerge from the water once again, right where your boat is, as it pulls up to the back, and it looks like it's trying to catch your ship or your boat in its clutches. What do you guys do?
Evasive maneuvers.
Slow down and back off.
Okay, so let's start off with some evasive maneuvers. Reg, I assume you're driving.
Yep.
All right. So what kind of roll would you want to make for that?
That would be finesse.
Okay. So I think standard, risky standard. Fuck you, Cal. I just saw that.
It's always got to be said a few times. Got to drive it home.
Nice.
Alright, partial success. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, or you have reduced effect and end up in a desperate position. So I think you'll be able to avoid the ship from getting hit. However, as you do, you turn, or as you avoid the tentacles from grabbing the ship, I think they're just going to kind of grasp at whatever they can, and they're going to one of them is going to slither itself around, let's say, Horatio.
Horatio has the worst luck with these kind of things.
What happened?
So a tentacle has slithered itself around you, has coiled itself around you, and is trying to pull you off the boat and into off the boat and into the water.
Oh no.
So a complication.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Good God, I don't know what I'm in there. I guess I'm gonna try and shoot my way free with my blunderbuss.
Yeah.
Is it one tentacle?
It's one, but it's coiled around you. To shoot it with your blunderbuss, I'm gonna say that would be pretty desperate actually, at this point, because it's already kind of coiled. Because if you're trying to reach it and shoot and I'd say it's pretty desperate for a standard effect.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, absolutely.
From afar, I'd like to take a shot.
How far away are you?
Wait.
So where are we?
Did you say take a shot?
Yes, absolutely. You don't trust me?
So the ship here. Let me zoom in
Yeah,
on the map
make your
here.
little get your little squares.
Oh yeah, we got
Steamship there. I'll say the other ship is, or your little boat is there.
Okay, so I know that they go along this way. So imagine I'm probably like, are these docks or buildings?
These are buildings, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally gonna be like pinned up on like either, I'd say probably like this building, and then I'm gonna like whenever the boat starts moving down this way, I'd probably move over to one of these then. But right now I say I'm right here.
Okay. So so flashback to you setting up, and then and that won't cost anything. I think it doesn't. I don't think it needs to cost anything.
Yeah, it's just set up, like I'm like kind of like I imagine scouting out the area, going down Oyster Street and Crab Trap Lane, and building that I can hoist myself up on and get a good vantage point.
Okay.
All right, and then I would like to make a shot
Okay.
Oh,
and
God.
shoot at the tent. No, please don't fail, right? I don't know if you're religious, but I hope you.
So I think this would be risky standard.
Okay.
I can't look.
Oh, good, you do it.
Hey, I got you, Horatio.
So
My God, man.
so the so,
yeah,
so
you just hear. Yeah, go ahead.
oh yeah, so as the tentacle begins to coil around you and starts to tighten up, you're gonna hear a gunshot in the distance, and the end of the tentacle will kind of explode outwards, and it will quickly recoil back into the like slip back into the water as this mass of green and red sort of gooey stuff just starts like ejecting out of it.
I will immediately hit the deck.
I say less is more. My bird just kind of like turns.
The fedora just makes it even better.
Yeah, the tip down.
It's like something from a cartoon.
Done, mister.
So the tentacles will subside momentarily, and the the evasive maneuver. Yeah, so I think the evasive maneuver has put a little distance between you and the boat and the steamship. So you're gonna have to play a little bit of catch up. The gunshot didn't arouse any attention at the moment. Maybe perhaps it was masked by the noise of the steam engine.
I mean, is this body of water very well traveled, or?
Yeah. There's some traffic out here.
Okay.
Yeah, they see you getting attacked by a tentacle. They're like, "Shit, sorry for you. That
Pretty
sucks
much.
for you.
Yeah.
Hate that for you, buddy."
There are hundreds of ships that go out and like half come back because the ghost field is just a dangerous place.
I'm wondering if this is a foghound pet.
So what do you guys do?
Not for long.
Oh, I'd certainly like to collect a few of those Kraken bits.
Ew, yeah, you're like jumping for joy. You're like, whoo.
Woo! I haven't seen one of these since, was it 20 years ago? Hello.
Maybe it was on a Tuesday. I can't remember. No.
It was
What
definitely a
time was it?
Wednesday because I had ham for breakfast.
Yeah, it was probably about 8. Doing the old man thing, like.
Anyway, yeah, grabbing a little bit of tentacle and just chucking it in a bag.
Okay.
So I am continuing to pursue
All right.
inconspicuously. Like,
Okay.
I'm not gunning it, but
Yes.
Okay. So you'll kind of line up with the back of the ship again. Like I said, there's.
Is that creature still there?
It slipped back into the water. And it
Not like being shot.
disappeared for a moment. Perhaps it will return.
I don't know about this diving in.
Horatio's like, hey, guy.
Hmm.
So what would you like to do?
Approach and go for it again. Being mindful of
Kraken.
yes, of tentacles and such.
All right. So so who is so you're gonna reposition yourself. Who is going to scale the ship?
I guess Horatio, unless anybody else has climbing gear.
Luckily, we can all have climbing gear, but I think Horatio should most certainly go first.
Oh, yeah.
That was so sinister.
Well, to assist him, I am going to push myself, which is I'm using so much stress, but it's got to be done.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Tempest to create a storm of fog in our area.
Interesting.
In my immediate vicinity, I can summon a storm. I will choose heavy fog, which will surround at a very low level our ship and the immediate vicinity to give Horatio and us a bit of cover.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hop over onto the side of the ship. I'm gonna avoid getting in the water at all.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to. Oh, so actually that might be a setup.
Like teamwork.
Paul.
Good thing.
Yeah. So that way everybody who follows in suit can gain the benefit of that bonus.
And when we leave, yes.
Because it'll be. Yeah. Because what you'll decide is Because what you'll decide is any member of the team who follows through on your maneuver gets either +1 effect level or improved position for their roll.
Okay. I think we'll go with the improved position because it makes the most sense considering what I'm doing. Like, they're in a better position, aren't they? Because they have the ability to have the cover of the fog when they climb.
Yeah. Okay. So this will be. So anybody climbing up instead of it being risky standard, it will be what's above risky? I can't remember. Controlled. Yeah. So to be controlled standard.
I have to roll for that, don't I, for a setup?
Well, since you used your move, I don't think you do.
Makes sense.
Because you paid the stress for it.
Yeah.
You pushed yourself. Your move doesn't require a roll, does it?
No. It's a special ability from the Whisperer. It's
Right.
the one that I've got now, Tempest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So So you'll push yourself to summon this thing, and then we can use that as a setup. So
Awesome.
so you've created fog, right? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've created a thick layer of heavy fog.
How on brand for this score?
I'm an
Great value
ex-sailor,
brand.
you know, I've got experience using this fog in ways to avoid leviathans and demons in the sea, so...
That's
You know.
that's the second reason we're pissed at them, because they have fog in their name. That's our shtick.
I was annoyed by that. My original ritual would be all about fog and things about these buggers.
So okay, cool. Yeah. So so Horatio, if you would like to board the ship, you can do so from a controlled position. With,
yeah. I will take advantage and
standard effect.
I will take a leap and attach myself to the side of the ship.
Now, okay, so what's your main goal here while boarding the ship?
Well, to find somewhere where there is not many people and plant the uniforms.
Okay, so
That's my goal.
okay. All right, cool. So so give me a roll. Give me an action roll.
Finesse.
Unfortunately, finesse.
For scaling the side of the ship.
I would
think it
think.
might be more
I would think
prowl.
prowl would be more appropriate for actually for the act of scaling, for the act of like the physical act of doing it, and
Okay.
then I think a survey would probably be in order for once you get up there to actually see if there's a place.
Oh god, they got to roll twice. All right. Is that risky standard
Nope. Controlled.
control?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
From the fog.
Yeah.
Part success.
Okay. You hesitate, withdraw, and try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. A minor complication occurs. If you have a reduced effect, you suffer less harm. You have a very specific. So I'd say the minor complication is going to be that the fog has worked exceedingly well, so much in fact that it will turn any move to survey into a desperate roll. Because you'll be unable to see much of anything on the ship. So
Okay.
it's going to limit your visibility.
Desperate standard.
I would say desperate for standard effect. Yeah,
Another part success.
and then make sure to mark XP for a desperate roll on your
Insight.
insight. Yeah. Okay, so partial success, you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer severe harm, a serious complication occurs, or you have reduced effect. Cool.
Oh,
so,
wait.
huh?
That's prowess. That's right.
Survey?
Insight.
Oh yeah. Survey. Never mind.
Yeah, my experience for insight.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So the serious complication that will occur is that the fog has. No, I'm just gonna say you have reduced effect. I'm gonna take the effect down to limited. Unfortunately, I forget what that actually means in this context. I like when it tells me.
Which is the exact opposite of what the system does. It just says, make it up.
So so you achieve a partial or weak effect. Impact is diminished. Yeah, so so the impact of the roll is diminished. So complication occurs, reduced effect.
Oh no.
So at this point, I think so not only can you not see anything, I think in order to I think you're gonna have to put yourself in some pretty fuck it. So as you're looking for something or anything, I think a figure is going to burst out of the fog, and as if just sort of like walking through the fog and sort of to the side of the ship, and I think is going to see you. They're hanging off of the side, and then we're going to cut away from that real quick, and then we're going to go back down to the to the others. So so Prof and Reg, what are you guys doing down there?
Probably waiting for the signal from Horatio that it's all clear and that we can come up, most likely.
Okay.
And if it's not, preparing to do what I must. So I'm probably sweating a bit because I had to push myself to summon the fog, and probably waving my hands a bit, trying to
Okay.
get the feeling back. That's what I'm doing.
All right, Les, what are you doing on the shore?
Oh, well, I've probably seen all this fog up here now, and I'm like chopped liver. So I'm imagining that the boat is probably moving along as well. So I'll probably do my next my next stakeout spot.
Okay, so you're gonna hike it down to the next stakeout spot.
Yeah, because it's going down this way, right?
Yeah, it'll be moving down that way.
Yeah, so I'll probably move down like one of these buildings here, or maybe like here.
Okay. All right, so you relocate. So we'll cut away to that. We'll cut from Horatio to Prof and Reg, kind of like looking at each other nervously on the boat, waiting for the signal from Horatio, and then we'll cut to Les, cursing the fog and then relocating down the street, and then we'll cut back to Horatio, who this sailor is reaching forward with both hands to grab you and pull you on deck. What do you do, Horatio? And actually it's a serious complication. So let's actually say that he actually grabs you and pulls you on deck, and he's going to he's going to call out to his to the other sailors as well. And so maybe that's what Prof and Reg will hear, is a cry, but not from or maybe from Horatio as well, but mostly from the sailors.
Would this be the time for your buddy to jump in, Prof?
I would be inclined to agree if he's nearby. I think he dissipated. I don't think he's with us, is he?
Well, you had arranged for him to do something, so.
Okay. So, yep, now's the perfect time for him to possess that person who's about to shout out and inform his friends.
Okay.
Maybe him pulling him up as Noex going, hey, got you.
And so he's
scare the shit out of him.
And so he's a friend, so it's easy to get him to come along to help you out since he's a friend. He's willing to help you out, so no stress involved.
But I do have to roll and attune to maintain the possession of a target. So I'll need to declare an attune roll and say I want Norax to possess a target on my behalf. So he's basically acting as like a ghost companion kind of thing.
Okay, sure.
So I'll have to roll that.
That's really cool.
If it fails, he still gets possessed, but it's like intermittent. Like it cuts in and out. Their personality changes. And Nerax may choose not to do it. He may not like it. So he's up to him. Anyway. Good roll.
Oh, so attune, is that just that's just part of your thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's part of the possession mechanics. So it's typically controlled because it's in a controlled environment, but it's up to you. Because he's the one in control. It's odd. But I'm happy to just do whiskey and standard and just go from there. Because we can kind of also make this up. A lot of it is up in the air.
Yeah, I think whatever's normal for whatever's normal.
Right.
Nice.
That's a success. So that's just a success in this instance. He just possesses him.
Okay. So a success is a success. And so so Horatio, as this sailor is grabbing you and going, he puts you on deck and he says, "What took you so long? I was getting bored.
As you were.
Are you pissing yourself?" And it'll sock you on the shoulder really hard. So hard, in fact, that it might almost like threaten to knock you overboard.
Yeah, imagine him like teetering backwards and like flailing his.
Easy, fella.
You should have seen the look on your face. It never gets old.
I'd like to declare a flashback to tell Horatio that Nerax will be on the boat.
Yeah, I'm really confused right now.
What's the what was the password?
Fuck you, Cal.
Fuck you, Cal.
Fuck you, Kyle. Am I right?
Oh, well, that explains it. Okay, very good. And I'll give the signal to Professor and everybody.
Right.
The coast is clear.
Use my climbing kit and climb up as well.
Well, if
Is it a rope or is it just like pittons?
if he just throws down a rope, we can tie off the boat
Hmm.
and have it drug along behind. And we could use that rope to climb up and back down when we're running
That's
for it.
True.
I will tell you, they're getting mighty suspicious of the fog, Prof.
Sorry, it felt like the best option at the time, but fog
a-
is as fog does. My
It's a
friend.
little on the nose, I thought.
Well, I've never been that creative.
He says, "For my sake, I hope you will be."
Oh shit. He's such a crabby ghost. I love it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this downtime action.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I'll start climbing up.
Okay. And then I think you and Reg can do it. I don't know if there's any inherent risk at all at this point. The way seems to be pretty clear. So.
I'll grab Merrick's hand, he pulls me up.
So you're on the ship. There's a heavy fog. You can hear other sailors around, but you're sort of at the back of the ship here. You can see that there's probably like one or two, maybe two unconscious sailors, kind of like leaned up against each other. Nirax will give you a sheepish grin with the body that he's inhabiting, and sort of like push them behind some barrels.
He'll have some fun later, don't worry about him. But we should probably be more careful. I'm going to pull out the map and see if there's anyone within 30 feet walking towards us or anywhere nearby, trying to measure their patterns as they're walking.
Okay, yeah. So you can see, maybe I should go to the battle map here.
Kind of maybe relay that information to us as we're proceeding forwards.
And what is it with us in boats?
We said this before, it's version 2. Here we go again. Let's go with boats. Love ourselves a bit of boating action on the Action Sturge.
On the Action Sturge.
Nice.
Well,
Nice country
we're
accent.
smugglers with boats.
Thank you.
I mean, it's what we do.
It is what you do, yeah.
It is our bread and butter, you are correct.
It's our day job.
So over on the battle map here, I've got you guys set up. I'll put some information on.
Oh, battle map.
Put some information on here for you.
Thank you very much. I don't know why I suddenly went back.
Oh, where'd my little captain?
I know, I had to get rid of him, unfortunately.
No. It's okay.
I hope he's okay, that guy.
Yeah.
It was in a bad way before, wasn't
I
it?
don't know.
I can't even move because it's paused. Damn it.
No, whoops, there you go.
I tried to put myself. Oh. I'm dancing. Tried to put myself over on like a building somewhere.
Oops. Oh goodness, what the fuck is that?
Ew.
The fuck is
That's
that?
one of the tentacles.
What the-
Oh, yeah.
I understand why that
Good point.
happened. Yeah. I guess that's just how it's gonna have to be. So that is supposed to mark there's like a cargo bay in this ship. So I wonder if perhaps I should have a little thing on stream to show what I've got going on here. What beautiful thing I have going on here. My lovely
You're
art.
just gonna have to take our word for it, okay, guys? It's beautiful.
I think I got it. Yeah, it's something. It's real nice.
This is why we have the theater of the mind.
Oh yeah, it is up. I see it.
Yeah. I can just make it go away right there. Yeah, look at that. That's our lovely ship. So you guys are towards the back of the boat at the moment.
Back being over. Yeah, okay.
And Les is somewhere.
Yeah, I'm.
Somewhere out there. And so I think the shapes you're going to see, I think there's probably like a cluster over here. There's probably...
Fat thick catty. I think I'm gonna let Horatio take the lead on this one. I think I've done enough. I'm getting a bit tired.
Well, I would say the plan would be you and the sailor
It's turning into SpongeBob.
cause a distraction while I plant the evidence.
We could certainly accomplish that. We could also have my good compatriot Nerax here just plant the evidence, and we because he'll know the ship. You know, he'll have the memories of the person he's inhabiting. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
These all like the bullet holes from like the last excursion we had with them, or?
No, those are all
Alright.
those are all the shapes that you see on the map.
Oh my God!
All the people.
So basically, the situation is we're in heavy fog right now. You remember before I used the Outlaws Guide, like the Marauders map to see the
Yeah.
location. That says that. So I think at that point I'm just going to say, once again, you do lovely work, and just close it.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm thinking, you piece of shit. I think we'll have to follow your lead here, Horatio. Nerax, would you be so kind as to perhaps take these uniforms and place them somewhere the crew doesn't frequent, with your newfound knowledge, perhaps?
Yeah, and he'll shrug and he'll take it and he'll say good luck. I wouldn't blame you if you ran now.
My friend, with you around, we don't need luck. We have experience.
And he'll disappear into the fog.
Alright, so we can be better plant these bombs. My good friend, our inventor. What do you want to do about this?
I was thinking about that.
Do we also
So-
give him leftover Leviathan parts as well, or just the?
It's just a sack full of incriminating goodies.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so a whole bunch of stuff. Okay.
Good, well pointed out, though. Well pointed out.
I was just making sure because I was like, is that going to be enough? But I think now that it's just a sack full of goodies, sounds good.
Yeah, a crudely drawn map of the the ship that the attack happened on. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
They're obviously
Very
planning
good,
it.
yeah. I like that, that's good. Assault here, kill this guy. Blue coats suck in the corner.
Stinky blue coats.
Alrighty. So we can either try to damage something important, or plan B, throttle this baby up and let it hit something.
Oh, ram it into the gold. That's clever. The blue coats would most certainly arrive on that commotion. Would not be happy if their docks were frequently rammed by a boat.
Yes, especially since there's very few straight canals in Duskfall for very long.
Very true, my friend. Especially this one we're on, as we've frequented many times, has quite a few curves. Okay. Yeah, I like both ideas. Why not both? I say we sabotage the engines at such a time. Maybe we could set a timer, perhaps, after it hits land, so they can't debunk the ship for very fast. They can't unbeach it.
That is a possibility.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I don't know what I think. I'm just out here like,
Looking at
Smoking
it fall going down the
cigarette.
river.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Prof feels much better that you're there with a gun. That makes me so much more secure that you've got a scope that looking down. It makes me feel better. So Horatio, what do you think we should do? I mean, I've worked on these kind of ships for a long period of my life, but this seems a bit more new than the ones I knew before, so we should probably explore a bit.
Well, generally down below is, there's not a lot of people down there, but I don't know. I don't know the layout of the boat.
No, and I'm afraid our current information is somewhat lacking. Well,
Now,
what
do
lyrics
we-
is preoccupying? Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Do we have an elevation on these dots? Are some of these people down below, or is this just how crowded the deck is?
Well, that's actually part of the unreliable information.
Nice.
The book says they're everywhere.
Alright, so what are the circles here on the battle map?
Those big circles are like smokestacks.
Maybe we should put one in there.
Well, one is a smokestack. I think the other one is like a crane. So there's like a smokestack in the back, and then there's like a crane in the towards the front of the ship.
Do you have any knowledge of steam engines?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you destroy it, it won't go.
If for instance we planted one of Reginald's good old-fashioned Bang 3000 or whatever he's calling them these days, would we perhaps do enough damage to beach the craft?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. It'd be very hard to spot as well in the middle of a smokestack, considering it's continually putting out smoke.
And plus, we can just toss it over the side and into the thing.
Great idea. We should do that. Yes, I agree.
What? You gonna say something?
Following you, Horatio.
All right. Yeah. I activate it and toss it over.
Toss what over where?
Reginald might have to be the one to do the roll for the bomb.
Oh, is he nearby?
Yeah, he's right with us.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
He might be able to pass you. He may be able to pass you and then you toss over, but he's got to activate it and stuff, right? It's not just a bomb.
what are we tossing over where?
So the current plan is the smoke.
We're advertising the smokestack.
Yeah, so we know the smokestack's there. The current plan is to toss into the smokestack because we know from various experiences, engineering and from boat experience, that there's normally kind of caps inside of the smokestacks, so we can toss something in. We know it won't burn up, and it's a very good place to have an explosion happen in a ship. May even sink it, theoretically.
Okay.
So our current plan is for Terry, aka good old Reginald Sir Copperfield, to activate a timer on a bomb that will allow us, specifically Horatio, to lob it in.
So then I need to ask Reginald, what kind of... So you're getting the bombs from your bandolier? Is that what it is?
Yes.
From your loadout? And then what kind of... I'm just curious about what kind of stuff. So hold 3 alchemical agents or sparkcraft bombs, right? So a sparkcraft bomb is...
Pretty much the only thing, as far as the alchemicals go, would be a grenade. But I could probably tinker a timer on it.
You could probably tie several of them together on one pin, right? So just lob it over and walk away. We just jump off. The fog's still there. Gonna be aware of the Kraken, but...
Yes.
I don't like the Kraken.
None of us do. Well, actually, Prof does, but it might. That's mainly because of the nostalgia. It reminds him of his time on the boats. What about you, Horatio? Making idle chit chat. Do you have any experience on boats?
So the bomb. So my bomb question is something that you would need to create an explosion that powerful. Is that something you have on you, or is that something we would have needed to acquire, like in a flashback?
It's probably going to be something we have on me because the larger explosives are quite expensive and difficult to acquire and or craft.
You could theoretically get several smaller explosives prepared over the course of the 3-day period that we were preparing for this ISA.
Yes.
We knew we were going to sabotage it, so...
Yes, I could use multiple grenades, but as far as the explosives in the book, a large bomb is
Tier 5?
Tier 5.
Yeah.
Now I can do multiple grenades from my bandolier.
Gotcha. So theoretically, could you declare a flashback for like 2 days ago? You're sitting there, you're tinkering at your workshop, and you create the thing that we need now, which is several grenades tapped together, right?
Yes.
And you're setting a timer on this. So what were you planning on rolling for this, do you think?
That would be a tinker.
A tinker? Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. All right, so I think and you've let's see. And if you want to I'm gonna look at the basics. No.
So, someone in chat just called Reginald a boomer, man.
I will accept that.
Thanks, Com. Good seeing you again, you nerd.
I was trying to figure out, is there I can't remember. I'm looking for the push roll or whatever. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to like push or take a devil's bargain to increase the effect of this.
Hmm.
But I can't remember. I'm looking for the rule on that real quick.
Well, I am.
Do stress or devil's bargain.
Well, just
there it is,
for thematic purposes, I could go devil's bargain.
Oh, are you sure? Some of them are pretty nasty.
No, I didn't have a devil's bargain in mind, so I might need a little help coming up with one. Let me see. There's pushing yourself.
I've got a couple.
Where's the devil's bargain at? On that webpage.
Don't know. You think it would be?
Yeah, you think it would be?
Under action roll, devil's bargain. So PCs are reckless. Common devil bargains include collateral damage, unintended harm, sacrifice coin or an item to do so, betray a friend or a loved one, offend or anger a faction. I mean, we're doing that anyway. Stand or take a troublesome clock. So you could say like a countdown clock has been going like a wanted level. You'd add heat or suffer harm. The bomb goes wrong, or maybe you suffers harm in its manufacture.
What's the reward for it though? What does it say the reward is for it?
It's under action roll. If you
thank you.
Yeah, the game rules, the basics, action roll.
All right, cool.
It's always a free choice though, so you can declare a devil's bargain to give yourself the push advantage instead of pushing yourself.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then if you don't like the devil's bargain or the outcome, you can just say I don't do that, and the roll is just discounted.
Okay, so
I really don't think it's necessary. It basically gives you a bonus die, and I've already got 2 in tinker.
well, I was gonna do standard effect, but if you wanted to push it to greater effect, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to push.
Oh, I see. Saying, do you want a bigger bang?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Come on, Terry, you know what you want.
I'm just looking at the options.
Well, you can also make something up.
Oh yeah. For the devil's bargain, let's
There's common examples. You could use some Leviathan parts as an example. You could sacrifice some Leviathan parts, which we were saving to craft with.
Oh yes, I could probably use something acidic from the Leviathan as the fuel.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll sacrifice some of my parts.
I'd say for the Devil's Bargain, you have to sacrifice all the parts, or the rest,
Yeah.
the rest of the parts. I think would be the Devil's
Ooh.
Bargain there.
Makes sense.
I have been the one to say that we got to take these guys out, so I will do that.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So you can get a big bang. So you'll increase the effect. So it's a standard or a risky roll. Standard effect or greater effect.
Okay.
Or is this a controlled position since you can...
Everybody be controlled because he's in his environment. He's in the hideout.
Yeah. I think controlled. Yeah. Let's do that.
Controlled and greater.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The best of both worlds. The first we've seen.
Mhm.
The only thing greater would be is if he crit on.
Oh my!
Yeah. That's what happens. Luckily, you could choose to just say, no, I don't do that.
Press on, seizing a risky opportunity, or withdraw and try a different approach.
Okay.
I think that's up to you, isn't it? So,
It is. But basically, what's happened here is you've cut the red wire, and you're like, oh, bugger, no, I meant to cut the blue wire, and now you've got to go back and try and fix it. Or you could just discount it and say, I didn't do that. Sorry.
Press on by seizing a risky opportunity. Oh, I really want to press on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the risky opportunity is that you're quite sure about the bang, but you're not quite sure about the timer.
Ah,
Oh God.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think the timer mechanism on the bomb is not necessarily not fully tested.
True. I can see that. Okay. Well, then I guess we are on an unknown clock now.
All right.
Yes. Let me start that clock. I'm gonna start that clock on my sheet here.
Run. Run.
Well, we kind of want to put the ship into a, position where it's ramming something. So that might be something else. But what we can do is, I think this is the safest way and the quickest way to get out of the situation is, as the professor speaking up as well, just in a little huddle.
Yeah.
Wait until Nerex comes back, right after he's planted the evidence, and then have him go and try and move the ship, or maybe he can. Oh, actually, that's. Never mind.
Well, so the bomb is in the smokestack, right? So the bomb so the bomb's in there.
The clock is ticking.
Yeah, the clock
gotta
is
get
ticking. All
going.
right, cool. Yeah.
And I will say we should have about 10 minutes.
Should.
I have absolute faith you know what you're doing, so I completely believe you.
Yep, and starting my little checking my watch. Yep, 10 minutes. That's what we got.
Luckily, we're
Right.
very luckily we're right by the rudder, so I believe we should do some sabotage right here instead of pressing forwards trying to find the wheelhouse. Let's just cut the rudder cords, shall we?
All right, so you're gonna have to go below deck for that, I think, and then
Over the side,
huh?
from the outside in. We could do it from the outside in if it's a steamboat.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's up to you. If it's anything like a real life one, yes. But if it's like R1, who cares? It's magic, right? That's entirely up to you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So if you can cut it from the outside, is it going to be pretty dangerous?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you mess it up, you're going straight into the blades. So.
That's what I like to hear. Okay, so that's what's going on. Okay, yeah. So you're free to pursue that as well. see. Less. So the ship is covered in fog. You can't see a damn thing. What are you doing? What's your move?
I honestly don't know if there is anything for me to do. And honestly, I just see like they're escaping and they need like backup. I can't really do much.
Okay.
I mean, unless they want me to like provide a distraction to the front of the boat or something.
That could be helpful.
Fire a couple shots. A flashback.
Can we request shots after a set period of time to go towards the front of the boat? Shots. I'll take a Jägermeister and go. How on dozen ages.
Well, you can do a flashback. I mean, you can do a pretty simple flashback to sort of plan around this, or to be like, hey, I'm gonna do fog cloud. Hey, like, what do you like? And so you can set yourself up.
Fog cloud. Play D&D.
So you can set yourself up in a different way. Now you can't change the fact that you're on shore, or that you've been on shore. So anything you do after this point, you'll have to come from the position you're at now. But you can definitely act on information as if you had a conversation about.
When it reaches this position,
yeah, I was just gonna
in
say
the river, bang.
Yeah. Let's see.
Ideally hit someone. Might be a bit difficult in the middle of the fog.
Yeah, with the fog,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I could at least like that one gunshot they didn't hear. But if I fire, then maybe they're gonna like all start stirring around and be like, whoa.
Well, what if you what's that thing? If you push yourself, you can make impossible shots.
Yeah, you do
Yeah,
have
a
that.
sharpshooter. You can push yourself to do one of the following: make a ranged attack at extreme distance beyond what's normal for the weapon, or unleash. Just press the enemy. I stop the boat.
I fire an anti-tank gun at multiple rounds.
Do you think that would fit here, though?
Yeah, a barrage of fire.
Depending on what you want to do, I think, because I think there's more to that. There's, what does it say? The Hound. Yeah, I think there's more to that. When you push yourself to activate this ability, you still get the blah, 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 blah. Long-range sniper shots that would otherwise be impossible with rudimentary firearms of Duskfall. Opening that to interpretation, I would say that kind of lets you get away. You get away with, like, just making some impossible shots that other people can't make.
Makes sense.
No
one can stop this sharpshooter.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Oh, I'll tell you what. So if you want to take this thing off course, if you want to ram it into something, what if you just take out the pilot?
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, sure, I can do that. Is it a man or a woman?
I'm gonna say it's the captain.
Yeah, is it a man or a woman?
I'm gonna say that it's that's Margaret herself.
I can't do it. If it's a woman, I can't do it.
What if you shoot the wheel itself? What if you just shoot the wheel itself?
How
The woman.
How would you know in all this fog?
Can I see?
Give me
You can see something.
give me a
I will
me a-
shoot the wheel.
give me a okay, yeah, that's fine.
I will shoot the wheel. So you can push yourself to do one of the following. So what do I? How many stress is that? 1, 2,
2.
and that just is like a regular roll then too with my hunt.
So I think with Hunt it would be a diminished effect, like a limited effect, but with a wreck it would be a more of a standard effect.
Okay, so standard, risky.
You may want to push if you're wrecking. You may want to push yourself as well to get the extra die.
Yeah, just in case. Is that another 2 stress or 1?
Well,
It's another 2 stress.
Oh, can you push yourself more than once?
If it's to do 2 separate things, yeah, because she's using a sharpshooter and then she's pushing herself once for the ability check. I believe. I'm not 100%. That's how I read it.
I believe the pushing herself for the sharpshooter, she gets the in addition to the bonus that she would get from pushing, she also gets that effect from the
I
sharpshooter.
also get that extra die too.
Right.
So she can
Nice.
so she can get so she gets the benefits from pushing, and she gets the sharpshooter thing.
So standard position, control risky, desperate. Does it matter?
Shit.
I think it'd probably be controlled because she's not in any.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna say risk. I am gonna say risky.
There's a risk that you could hit her instead.
There's the risk that you could hit
I'm
her.
going to,
Yeah.
like,
So I'm gonna
commit.
say. So I'm gonna say risky and
Standard.
risky and standard. That's fine.
Hey!
Wow.
Plug it up, plug it up, plug it up, plug it up.
You cannot say that less is
More. Don't worry, I've got it covered.
less knows his way around a goddamn barrel. Wow.
Yeah, pachoo.
You do it. You shoot, and you see through your scope a small flash that might indicate the. Maybe the fog breaks for just a moment, and in that split second, you take your shot, and you see the console of the ship sort of light up, and as a small movie explosion, and
I've got you in my sights.
ooh, I like that one too. And you also see the pilot or the captain. She sort of shields her eyes from the blast and backs up. You can see some movement on the on the ship. The rest of you in the back are going to notice that there's a lurch. Yeah, there's like a lurch, and the ship sort of starts to go a little askew in the canal.
Got you, booze.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We're out of here. We've done enough. Some of the blue coats.
Wee woo. Wee woo.
Is that another flashback to have the blue coats know about this situation before we do it? Because we do want them involved in this.
We can have we can have a flashback for that. You can either. I think that would actually cost stress.
Agreed.
In order to do that, and then and then it would require some kind of roll as well to set that up.
Just have the bird drop off a letter, like.
I'm afraid I don't have an allowance of stress. Does someone else want to do this one? I'm all stressed out.
How's everybody else's stress looking?
I've got 3.
I've got 2.
And I have a dot in consort, so.
Yeah, I do not have consort or any resolve.
And then do I.
So yeah, I could. Essentially, if Horatio gives me an introduction, then I can be like, you should really be watching
Oh, that's
The
good.
Little
Yeah.
Dogs on Wednesday night about so and so time.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Is this a flashback?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that would work.
And so, an introduction to Dharma.
Yeah.
Called Dar.
So, okay, cool. So, so where does this take place at?
Somewhere on
Well, go ahead. It's your
somewhere
content.
on the docks.
Okay. So, Yeah. So there's like the dock fog, right? And then Darmit's standing there. I imagine he's got kind of like the long coat. I imagine he's kind of got a he's got a hat as well, like an inspector's hat. And he's probably got like he's probably smoking a cigarette. And he says, as you guys approach, he's gonna say, he's gonna say, give me one good reason why I shouldn't just haul your ass in right now, Horatio.
Oh, for one thing, you've got nothing on me.
He says, I don't need anything on you. You reek of crime.
Hardly. That's my clients you smell.
He says that makes you guilty by association. Who's your friend?
Oh, this is Fretzel.
Fretzel.
Alias.
Yeah. I am Reginald, and I heard that we may have some common interests.
I don't really see how that could be, but go on.
Well, the word on the street is that your blockade was disrupted last week.
Oh yeah?
That can't be good on your reputation, and I just happen to know who was involved.
Oh, I see. And he's going to drop his cigarette and put it out. And you're gonna sort of reach into his coat, and he says, "So you've come to make a confession? How nice of you, performing your civic duty." And he's gonna pull out a pair of handcuffs and start to approach Horatio.
Well, take it easy. We're talking here.
It wasn't dear Horatio, but it was an enemy of mine, and you know. There's nothing but reputation and a bonus for you, and I just get an annoyance out of my side.
So go ahead and make that roll. We'll see where we land in this situation.
I think I'm gonna push this roll as well.
Okay.
Good idea.
Position.
I think this will be a fortune roll again, so you'll just make it.
Make it a roll.
Okay, so consort and I pushed, so +1. Oh my god.
Terry's not allowed to roll anymore.
It was a good idea.
Well, I'm going to jail.
Oh man.
So basically, so he's gonna go to handcuff Horatio. Horatio, what are you gonna do in response?
I mean,
You better have something good to say.
not much I can do.
Well, we'll say you guys do like a little bit of a tango for a moment, and as you sort of break away and as you guys make a run for it, he says, he calls out, he says, "I'm gonna get you, Horatio, if it's the last thing I do." And
God, what a dick.
and he says, he says, "You can't play me into your little games."
I was just trying to tip you off.
And as you guys are making a break for it, maybe you can even see that like there was an obvious ambush planned at some point. Yeah, like you guys have to like sort of make this daring escape out of it. Like, so
Can we have Evelyn tell the Bluecoats?
I pretty much think we just lost the opportunity.
So I think the Bluecoats will not be there waiting.
But the seed has been planted.
And they might just show up because there's a ship about to ram the docks and then explode.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
this mysterious fog too.
Yeah, that too.
So I think there's
What's that doing then?
yeah.
There's always a mysterious fog.
It kind of is in this area, in this town
Some are
in general.
just more mysterious than others.
Yeah, some just randomly happen. A sunny day, fog.
Well, hopefully the fireworks will cause some attraction.
Most certainly. We just want. Ideally it would have been the Blue Coats first, but it's okay that it's not. They'll show up because it's their job to.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I don't know.
So yeah, as soon as he throws it over the side of the smokestack, I make my way to the rope that's connecting our boat.
Okay. And you guys go to make an escape.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. As you propel down, it's connected to the boat. You can see that the boat is covered in tentacles and is being pulled down.
Oh.
What will you do? There's 4 tentacles.
On our boat.
On our boat.
Yep.
Yep. Well, Prof's immediately getting out his trusty dagger, going to town.
He's like a fucking old man. He's gotta press life alert afterwards.
It's like a letter opener. Oh, damn.
It's not even a dagger.
It's a fucking bayonet.
This is a lot of history to it. It was present during the Civil War of 2078 or something. I don't know. I don't know what the calendar is.
So we got tentacles.
Mesh, I would like you skirmish to attack the one of the tentacles.
All right, yeah, get in there. Go ahead and risky standard effect. Oh! Damn!
Yeah, Grandpa.
Damn! To great.
So this is how we deal with those ruffians.
This is my time on sea.
So you guys come down and you see Prof just like jump off the rope, like battle cry stab this tentacle, and it's gonna start writhing around again. And maybe it's even like the same tentacle that got blown off before, and so like you hit it just like right in the nerve center of the tentacle, and just surgical and shit. And yeah, all the tentacles are gonna release and dip back into the water. I believe that might be the end of the score.
One last thing as we're leaving.
Yes.
Nirax, jump!
So yeah, and so as you head away from the fog, I think the fog will sort of dissipate just as the ship is going to sort of hit the edge of the canal here. Maybe maybe at the end of Crabtree Lane here. And it's going to start sliding into the to the shore. Houses, or like the houses that are on the shore, are just going to start splintering and flying away. And then it will sort of grind to a stop, and you'll hear like the shouts of people, like people running towards the mess, and then all of a sudden you'll see this explosion as the ship just explodes. And then you guys can just kind of go right on.
I didn't know we were terrorists.
I'm not even turning it around. I'm just kind of putting our boat in reverse and just kind of like slowly backing away.
Yeah. The fog will follow us. It's in my immediate vicinity, so.
All right, so.
Then I think we should pull up over, on the other side of the the river. Go up over this bridge and just have a gander from across the river.
I'm really looking forward to seeing a bunch of foghounds arrested, including their leader.
So.
She's possibly blind.
Yeah. I mean, if we weren't already at war with the Foghounds, we most certainly are now. I mean, they don't know it was in any real way, but even so, that is 100% an act of war.
It was an act of war when Kyle was born.
What's the abomination?
You have a lot of nerve being alive.
I love how we've based all of this hatred for Kyle on Alala's character, who has never even...
Yeah. Here.
It's for you, Alala.
It's for my homegirl.
So, that's the score. Let's move on into downtime.
I feel like it's such a... It's like, all this crazy shit just happened. It's like, all right, talk about it. Like...
Well, we've definitely got to lay low now.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so so let's start off with the payoff. So the payoff, you guys earn 2 rep per score by default, and you also get 2 rep per score. You get an additional one because you're you, and
but we're already full on reps, so I don't know what this means. I guess we just note it down for next time, so we would have done that before
Well,
we
we didn't do the advancement last time.
No.
We need to do an advancement of the gang.
right. So
I'll
if you
just write it down for now.
so if you're full on rep, and you're in a weak position, so you spend your rep to move to a strong position, and then once you fill your rep bar again, you can spend the rep and pay to increase to tier 1.
Done.
Here's my question on that. We are only in a weak position because we're at war.
Right.
Correct.
I don't.
So what happened?
Well, let me see. I don't. Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
Goes back.
Let me see if the position changes based on.
Oh, if we're not at war, do we suddenly go up to strong? Is that what you're thinking?
Right.
So that's what. Yeah. Well, we started when we create it at gang creation. It starts as strong.
Yeah.
The only reason we're weak right now is because we're at war.
Right, makes sense.
So my kind of question was: is if we spend our rep to go to strong, and then come out of war, do we then spend the money to go to the next tier?
I got you. I understand.
So what is it? What is it? Hold? Is that what we're talking about? Hold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if you can end the war, so it's temporarily loses 1 hold. So if so if you end the war, I think you get your hold back. So
depending what happens, may have just happened.
Right. So we're gonna have to figure that out real quick. All right. So let's play through payoff and all that, and then we'll figure out.
I'll keep it written down.
Yeah. So mark that. Yeah. So mark that rep because it might be relevant here in a minute. All right. So you get tier 1 take +1 rep. Blah blah blah. And you get an additional rep per tier that the gang is higher than you. So so you got that. The crew earns coin based on the nature of the operation or any loot they seized.
A tier 2, right? For counts.
I'm sorry?
Tier 1. They're tier
1. Thank you.
Yeah, they're tier 1. I don't know if you guys earned any coin on that.
I don't really think so. We did steal a boat, but...
I don't know if that counts. We stole a boat that wasn't ours or anyone's. We made sure that it wasn't anyone who would care.
Action related, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you stole a boat?
Well, just as our entry point, but I don't think that's good. We probably ditched it. I don't know if you want to count that.
Oh, okay. No.
The boat of the crime.
No, I think that would have. We probably should have handled that through like a asset thing, like acquiring a temporary asset. Yeah. So yes, I don't think you guys earned any coin.
I think so.
On that one. Okay. That's cool, though. Moving on to heat. The city is full of prying eyes and informants. Anything you do might be witnessed, and there's always evidence left behind. To reflect this, your crew requires heat. So you take heat according to the nature of the operation. So do you think this was loud and chaotic or wild and devastating?
Just a bit.
Do we have to answer these?
Rammed a boat into the center of a housing district and then blew it up.
Yeah.
So wild and devastating?
Yeah, I mean...
Or loud and chaotic, do you think?
Probably loud and chaotic.
Yeah, loud and chaotic.
If it was devastating, we would have killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, there
as
would have
well.
been like innocents, like fucking.
It's like dropping a bomb in a crowded, supermarket or something, right? That's evil.
So okay, so loud and chaotic. So
I don't know.
you'll acquire 4 heat. Add +1 heat for a high-profile or well-connected target. Add +1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf.
So we're at full heat. So we get a wanted level.
We're wanted.
Okay. And then add 1 heat if you're at war with another faction.
Nice.
So and then add +2 heat if killing was involved.
Was it involved?
I think some people died. I
Yeah,
gotta
you
imagine.
changed,
Yeah.
right.
Nobody died.
The ship crashed into the shore and blew up. I think some people died.
Yeah, you're right. That could have gone better.
The bells were ringing.
Alright.
The death bells. Many a crow.
1 + 2 plus 2. Yeah. Okay.
So mark heat levels in the heat tracker, and then increase your wanted level accordingly.
Right by 1.
Damn, how'd we get wanted already?
We are very loud.
I have blown a lot of stuff up. Sorry.
More fun this way.
Yeah. Explosives are my go-to.
I think most of us are probably aiming for like an unpopulated area to have the ship be on, but obviously, the ship went where it wanted to go, so it is what it is.
All right, so your wanted level is 1, right?
Yep.
Right.
So I've added 6 heat to that, put our wanted level up to 7 heat. I've added 7 heat, which put our wanted level by 1, and we have 4 more on the tracker.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
halfway to level 2.
So somebody
Yep.
roll me a d6, 1d6.
Go 1.
Okay. So with that, sorry, I just saw Prof's crit against the fucking tentacles. I was like, God damn. So Professor Hamilton 1. All right. Okay. So you guys are going to have some entanglements.
Relatives of those that were lost. This will be a black stain in the name of the moon curses. We tried our best to make sure it wasn't us, but, yeah.
So I think as you guys are pulling away from your from this successful score, I think Darmit is there waiting for you on shore with a bunch of blue coats, and as you guys come into shore, you will
Get y'all's story straight before you get off the boat. Make sure you all have the story.
Oh wait, sorry. The sorry. So I'm doing questioning. So I rolled on the entanglements table, and I'm doing questioning, and I thought it said I thought it said one of the crew members, but it says actually it says an NPC member of the crew or one of the crew's contacts gets nabbed for questioning. So who would that be? Who'd be a good contact? to
Don't
get nabbed
answer.
for
Nobody
questioning?
say a thing. Nobody say a
Well,
thing.
The only ones that had any exposure to this score were Nirax, who is a possessor ghost, so they could bubble him or electrostatic field him, or there's many ways they could get him. Or there's Evelyn.
Ellen?
Ellen. Yeah, sorry.
Ellen.
But you
She
could just say
wasn't
someone else.
directly involved, but she did. I guess she did know what we were.
She's the only person we actually talk to.
Yeah.
I think Celine.
If you want to swing it that way.
I think
but-
Celine is actually gonna get nabbed.
What?
So you...
Run! Turn around!
Oh, I love him so.
So, did you want to roll the fortune roll?
Oh, no.
Okay, so who wants to make the fortune roll?
The wrath
mean-
of the boss indeed,
Not
Gally.
me.
I
Not me.
can do it. What is it? What do I roll?
I've rolled enough. I've rolled enough.
All right, let me.
Hands off.
Let me see real quick.
No. What did I do? I sat up on a roof the whole.
I know.
The dogs are like, what the hell? They're freaking out. They're like, I say I should roll something with 2 dots.
Just roll 2d6 and take the lower result.
Why? Wait, why do I have to take the result?
Because currently your tier is 0.
So like, I don't get why I have to be the one to roll this. I'm just.
You don't have to be. I can roll it.
No, I can. All right.
Hey!
Well, that's 2d6.
Alright.
That's
Oh yeah.
2.
Okay, so a 4. All right. So let's see.
Wait, a
Questioning.
4?
Yeah. Because you're. Oh, sorry. It's a 2, isn't it?
Yeah,
the
I
lesser
was like,
result.
I mean, I'll take the 4, but.
All right. So Darmit and the other and some other blue coats are going to nab Celine, and Celine's going to talk. It's going to increase your heat by 2, or or you can pay 2 coin to pay them off. Or to pay some constables off to lose some evidence, or perhaps lose the confession.
She snitched on me.
You did. What do you guys? We have 4 coins in the stash currently.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we can afford any more heat right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but that once you go down that road,
This was not a good score for us. we need to play damage control now for a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I say we just use 2 from the stash.
But you know what? What the end result of this is? This may not be a great score for us, and they know what's up. But the good thing is, it's way worse for the Foghouse. Like, if it's bad for us, it is so much worse for them. Oh boy. So yeah, I say we just pay the 2 cents and just walk away. Let's bribe a constable to lose and stuff. What do you guys think?
Yep.
sure,
All right.
Well, and that way the Falcons still won't know us if they.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I see a conversation with Celine in the near future, and also when the cops come to shake you down. So I think so Darmit is like dead set on getting you guys, and I think when he actually goes to make a move on this to to catch Horatio and the rest of you scoundrels, I think what he's gonna find is that due to the incompetence of his team, this confession was not recorded or was not documented in any substantial way, and I think some of the constables that you guys paid off have through shoddy police work let the fish off the hook.
Yeah.
Thanks, blue coats.
And Darmit is mad about it because he knows that he was right.
Better be pissed off than pissed on.
Yes, half right.
Now, as a result, all right. So that's that. Let's see. So that's
My
entanglements.
achy breaky heart.
So that's
My achy
entanglements.
breaky
Before
heart.
we move on
My achy
to
breaky heart. It was so good.
before we move on to downtime activities, let's
He's dying.
yeah, sorry. So the
Aw.
I know, I have to tell him to like stop whining. He heard the door open.
he's got separation anxiety. So yeah. So okay. So the Falcons are in deep shit. Ship crashed. Explosions. I think that some of the members of the gang survived, including their leader. They survived, but they are in deep shit with the Bluecoats. Most of them have even been incarcerated. Thanks to the vacuum, or thanks to the empty leadership role in the Foghounds, a new leader has a new leader has stepped up to take that place.
No.
One sailor named Cal.
No! I thought it would be bad for these assholes. Damn it!
And his first act as leader of the Foghounds is to extend the olive branch to you.
What?
What the...
Well, he's seen what being on our bad side does.
I say we accept. And then kill him in his sleep.
agree.
Now he won't
That's
come.
what
He won't come himself. He'll send an envoy. But basically the and actually maybe he'll send. Who do we got here?
Garland.
Garland. Who's Garland again?
I don't know, I just made up a name.
Oh, okay.
Go lay down. Stop.
Right, Gally. I completely agree with you.
What did they say?
He's giving us a quote from Michael Corleone. Keep your enemies closer.
Oh.
Completely agree. Plus, we do the downtime actions. We need to manage this heat.
Yeah. So he's gonna send an envoy, and actually his envoy will be a thin, sly woman with white hair.
No. Please, God, don't let it be
named Valeris.
It's been a rough night for Les, ladies and gentlemen. It's been so much.
So you guys are gonna receive an invitation to meet at the Crippled Bear from the Foghounds, or from an envoy of the Foghounds. Peace talks.
It's a trap.
100% it's a trap, but we should go anyway. Or we send a representative.
If
I'm
you
not getting dressed up again.
If you send
Oh, but you look so good.
if you send a representative, please let me know who you send.
Okay.
We can send a Lala.
She'll kill him. I see you looking at me, Prof. And I'm not getting in another mood.
I'm just saying, if anyone has any connection to this lady, it is of course apparently you. Is she a spouse or an ex-confidant of yours?
And he just has this face, just the one you keep it.
Yeah, I recognize that face.
Spouse. Yeah, I just give the.
Okay, not that subject then.
You can also send Ellen to talk for you as well.
Oh, but if it's a trap,
We like it.
I don't want to send somebody else.
I can go.
We go ourselves.
Yep.
All right, we're all going. We're
Okay.
going.
So you show up to the Crippled Bear, and Lester, you immediately see Valeris there. She's got a sizable cup in front of her, which she's gripping sensually with both hands. And as you sit down, you can see she's sort of she's being over sensual with the cup. Yeah, in a mocking way. So when you sit down, she says, I bring terms from the Foghounds to end this petty little skirmish between you.
And I just I shoot a glance between the rest of the group. I think we agree to those terms.
No, we haven't heard the term.
Flashback, I didn't say that. I'll say, let's hear the terms.
No, I think you did say that, and I think Reginald said, we haven't heard the terms yet.
I'm
just sat down.
He
just sat down immediately.
Just so I can, I say I agree, and then I stand up.
Additionally,
just to get out of the freaking river.
You exactly. You just want to get out of there so quickly. You don't care what the terms are. You just want to go.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Riz was like, wait, no, hold on.
Yeah, he pulls me back down into my seat. Yeah.
Yes, we would quite like to hear your terms first, please.
The war, and she says, and by the way, I'm merely here as a representative for the Foghounds. I'm in no way affiliated with them otherwise. They are seeking restitution in the form of 10 coin. Which can be paid in installments. They are also asking that you do not come into their territory.
Their territory is also ours. It would be difficult for us to even go down the street and shop for groceries in that situation.
Also, that's a lot of gold.
Yes, we'll have to talk down that price. This is completely unrealistic, considering what's actually happened during the war.
Let me look up their turf real quick. I thought they had different turf.
I might be wrong.
Let's see.
I remember that. Maybe I'm thinking of the Wraith.
North and East City Canal routes. Yeah, so basically, if you stay off the Little Dosk and you can keep Night Market, but yeah, they're kind of in your area, aren't they? They want to keep Fogcrest and Watershed and Barrow Bridge, and you can have everything north of that.
Okay. As long as we can still traverse the waterways through the silk, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they can say anything about that, but the Little Dosk is off limits.
Okay.
So 10 coin, respect, or the splitting up the territory, and then, I think that's their only terms. Yeah.
I'm assuming you've been given some wiggle room as representative of their behalf regarding the coins. That's a bit harsh. For our bread, quite frankly. We have other ways of dealing with the situation. Would you be perhaps interested in 7? Free up front.
I will not be used as a fucking poker chip either. I'm not gonna go to bring it down. I'm not gonna.
Is Lester just going off at the table like?
Yeah. By the way, I can't stand this woman.
You guys are getting a real insight into their relationship here.
Yeah, I'm happy to see it. But be sure to mark that down in your experience, because you're talking about your fights, right?
Oh my god.
Okay, so 3 coins down, and then an installment of 4 coins later.
Would they be interested in that?
They'd be interested in that if there's a they'd be interested in knocking down the price to 5 coin if you complete a job for them while they're getting their stuff back together.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you guys think?
What do you mean for them? Like in their name?
Yeah, I don't know if
For
I'm
them.
gonna work for them or not.
What do you mean by for them though?
Yeah,
I said, in their name.
Like they have a job lined up that they are not going to be able to do now. So if you help them with this job, then they'll knock it down to 5 coin.
Yeah, that'd be fun as long as it's not in their name.
It will be in their name. It will be finishing their contract for them.
Oh, I see.
And we'd be getting out of war with them though too, right?
Yeah.
What would
Also
that put us
possibility
back
of
to?
meetings. Also a possibility of meeting some of their contacts for future efforts.
That's just a high. Yeah.
That could work.
It seemed
Depending on the details of this contract they want us to fulfill, and I'm assuming we'd have more information on that later, we would be willing to, of course, finish their dirty work in some sense. But if we do not like the contract, I think we are solidly staying on a 7 koi recompense. That's the maximum. We can't afford anymore.
And yeah, she'll agree to that.
So we're doing the.
We have 2 options. We hear what they have to say, and if we don't like the job, we just say no, and we pay them the additional 3 coins immediately. I'll pay one of them. The crew can pay for 2. And then we go from there. Otherwise, we have the job, and we still have to pay 5 coins, which we'll pay back periodically. So either way, they get something good out of it. You know, they get quite a lot of money right away, which they could use to upgrade their rep or whatever they need to do as a crew.
No, the only thing that sucks is the only benefit we're getting out of all. Like they have
that
all
is
these
smart.
terms and conditions. They're like, by the way, you can't come in. You have to pay us, and you have to do a job for us. It's like, okay, so what do we get?
Being
Just-
in war is very expensive.
Yes, but
Downtime, we're gaining more. We're gaining more heat. We're losing downtime activities. It's then something else. But
It's bad.
it's very expensive to be in war.
Oh, and then your hold is weakened as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, our hold is weakened.
So we got a job and 5 coin or 7 coin, and we can decide after we hear what the job is. We
Okay.
can also negotiate payment for the job. You know, we're not doing it for free. Of course not.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you'll get paid for the job. Whatever they would be getting paid. Well, would you? Yeah. Yeah, I
Some
think you
of
would.
it.
Yeah, I think you would.
Yeah.
Of course, you'll still owe them whatever
Yeah.
whatever
Whatever.
coin, but yeah. So, all right. So 5 coin plus job, or 7 coin.
Yep. 3 up front.
Okay, but either way, it's 3 up front. Okay, so paid 3. All right, yeah. So she'll take her three little bags of coin. She says, well, I do say it was quite nice meeting your friends, Lester.
Yeah, I'm just swirling my whiskey around in a cup.
And she'll give Horatio a wink, and she'll say, perhaps we'll see each other around sometime.
Perhaps.
Oh, I'll shoot you, look. Like lightning.
Yeah,
And,
I'll return the glance.
If you know what's good for you, you won't.
And she'll take her coin, and she will leave. Or their coin, I guess. And then we can move on to downtime activities. So, who's got downtime activities in mind? Who wants to go first?
I
I
can.
mean, yeah.
Um, We got options. We've got acquire asset, long-term project, recover, reduce heat, train, and indulge vice.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish up training
Okay.
and indulge vice.
Okay. So the
Ooh, what's your vice?
oh
I'm
definitely
a shockaholic for the weird and unusual.
Yay!
Oh,
good
God.
shopping spree! Woo!
So training. So you'll spend time training. So mark 1 XP on the XP track for an attribute or playbook advancement. If you have the appropriate crew training upgrade unlocked, mark plus. Yeah, so 2 total. So you.
Yeah, so I finished out my prowess and I took a dot in skirmish.
Nice.
Okay, nice. And
And
then
then-
you will indulge vice. So vice, roll dice equal to your lowest attribute rating, which for you is
1.
Reginald. Yeah, 1.
Resolve.
Yeah, you've got a nice spread. I like that. So resolve, yeah. So just roll that.
Nice.
Okay, 5. Okay, so how much stress did you have?
5.
Nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're right on the line. So, so you're gonna get some good deals. You're gonna get some good deals. And some of the just as well, some of the Deathlands, some of the scavengers are going to. Some of the scavengers will be talking. Are trying to talk you into coming out and exploring the what is it called, the Lost District sometime. That there's just tons of stuff out there.
Oh, I am definitely interested.
Yeah. All right.
I'll try to convince the others to do it too. But
So who's next?
Paul, I think you said you were next.
I can go next. That's fine.
Alright.
I have ideas. So I have a obligation to my good friend Nirax to craft what I am going to refer to as a homunculus.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, I am going to begin a long-term project as one of my downtime actions,
Okay.
which will be to create a homunculus from human body parts.
Is this gonna be a ritual?
This is going to end up being a ritual, yeah.
Okay.
The end goal will probably be ritual-esque. It could be a cult too, but ritual makes more sense. It's easier. So we'll say it's a ritual to create a body for Nirax to inhabit, essentially.
All right.
Are you
So
sharing this information at all?
No,
No.
no. This is he thinks this might be a bit too jarring for the crew, so he's probably not sharing the information quite yet.
Even for
So I think this is gonna be so yeah.
Dr. Zappy.
So this
Dr. Zappy would probably be very interested anyway, but the rest of you, I'm not so sure.
Well, I don't think Dr. Zappy would go telling us if you asked him to keep it silent.
I mean, I may inquire for Reginald's help at certain parts of this discussion because I'm going to need certain mechanical parts anyway.
Oh yeah. And if you ever bring this up to Reginald, he is all about it.
100% down.
Yeah, it's like I have similar things I want to study. So yeah.
Perfect.
Some parts you
We
should
can
borrow.
marry our fields. Yeah.
well, if you worked together, I think both of you could work on the same project as well.
We can, yes. I just didn't want to take his downtime action, so we had something else to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So okay, so I think with this is gonna be a couple different clocks though. I think this is gonna be a research clock. I think this is gonna be yeah, so I think this is going to be a research clock. I think there's going to have to be some experimentation. And
Completely agree.
so maybe we might be looking at 3 clocks here.
And then a crafting of either the body or the ritual.
Yeah,
Bit of both, yeah.
whichever way we go, yeah. The 3rd clock is we might end up not having it, but I'm gonna prepare that for now. And let me see if I can add that clock to the thing here. Can I? No. Ah, there it is.
So,
Okay.
to describe what my character does, I'm going to say he goes to the library in, I think it's the top bit where the university is in the parapet, very top, in the Citadel. That's it. So there's a giant library there. That's where Lord Windsor is, who's my father-in-law. So I will go to that place, look at the books for, homunculus and their history, because people have created them in the past, according to the law.
So I'm gonna create a folder. I'm gonna make sure you can see this too, with the clocks in it, so we can all see it.
Maybe I should have gone last.
It should be all right. Hello. Oh, okay, there it is. Alright, so everybody should be able to see Homunculus Project. There's a little clock in there, and we'll feel it. We'll fill it up as we work on it. So
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Oh, cool.
yeah. So go ahead and perform your downtime roll.
So that's the clock is the ability score, or is that just a D6?
So
Roll one of your actions.
yeah. So
Yeah, the clock fills with actions or successful actions, I thing.
Right, and depending on how you
So-
roll, it's like a tier of filling it.
So it'd be study, wouldn't it?
I think so. I think study would be appropriate.
I'm studying research notes and comparing them and things like that. So
Right.
we go for that. Is this controlled, risky, standard, just normal?
I think this is just a straight roll with your action rating.
Gotcha. Six.
Nice. So 6 gets you 3 segments.
Nice.
Oh, that's a lovely start.
Whoops. So that's that.
So on its way, Nirax, I got you. This is gonna be some real effed up stuff at a later session, by the way. Audience, you've been warned. We're gonna need body parts. I don't know, just a place to get them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have that clock on there. We might have to add more clocks depending on what we find out. So there will at least be one more clock, I think, involved with that. All right, cool. So there's that, and
Second downtime action. Relieve some stress. Indulge in my vice.
okay, go see the family.
Yep, exactly. I'm gonna go see the fam. I'm gonna get a hug from the wife saying it was just so much
Professor
stuff
Hannum
going
fan.
on. And there is 2 is my minimum, so I'm gonna go with this. 3.
Okay, so all right, sweet. So you clear 3 stress.
Yep.
Nice. No overindulgence this week.
Nope.
No telling.
I would like to,
no telling tales to the wife.
Shall I spend a coin to try and remove some of our heat? I don't know. What's our heat at? It's 4, and we were wanted level 1, so we are wanted ones. Carry on, I'll do this at the end, so someone else can go.
Okay. Who is next? Lester or Horatio?
I could go.
Okay.
So I would like to try to acquire an asset.
Ooh, what kind of asset would you like to acquire?
I think it would be really interesting if it can be done, if I can purchase like a silencer for my rifle.
Okay.
Is that something that can be done?
Oh, shoot. And sorry, because this might come up here in just a minute. Since you guys are out of war, did you want to? Do you have enough coin to even upgrade your gang to tier 1?
We may do combined. I have 2.
It would
I have
require.
one.
It would require.
I have 1.
How much do you require?
8 gold or 8 coin.
8 gold. Oh, we don't have enough.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we don't have enough.
Alright. Okay. So unfortunately, that means that you've stopped earning rep. So your rep will stay at 12 until you can earn enough coin to to get there.
Well, how
Tune in
much?
next month for making a bunch of coin.
Well,
We don't have
Can't-
enough between all of us.
No. We need 8 coin total to upgrade. I have 2. We only got 1 and 1. And how much do you have?
I've got 1.
Yeah, we have enough.
can't we spend rep on the turf map as well?
Oh, we can. You can invest rep. Yeah, it's true.
For acquiring turf.
There's something else associated with that as well.
Yeah, go ahead and look up that rule real quick and let me know. Lester, you wanted to acquire a silencer, 1 special item.
Yeah, I'm reading it now though. What's our
The
is
tier?
it 0?
Tier is
Yeah.
0, yeah.
So it wouldn't. I would roll the cruise tier, which would be 0. So I don't even know if I can do that.
It would be 2 die, and then you take the worst result.
Yeah. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just train and reduce heat.
Okay.
When you spend time in training, mark 1 XP on the XP track. Go ahead and do that. And then Reduce heat. What would I do to reduce heat? Honestly, it seems like the only thing you could do to reduce heat would be like some sort of resolve, right? I don't know if there's anything else that would really work.
Reduce heat?
Yeah.
You're essentially just doing, you're describing what your character would do to throw the authorities off our back a bit. So bribing a constable is an example. You know, talking in a pub to someone else saying it's their fault, not ours, or whatever.
You could have caught Valeris on the way out and maybe asked her for a favor.
Hell no. Hell no. 1, don't got the consort for that. 2, I have Remy. Stop whining, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, because I'm trying to look at my dots here and see like if there's how those could be used, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't think of a way to swing it, then that's fine too.
I know, but I need to roll something, right?
Well, you can invest in a long-term project. You can, if you want, you can. You could. Maybe start work on a long-term project to get a silencer, to find one.
Yeah, but like, what would that do for me, right? Like, what?
It would allow you to start filling in.
Wait?
It would allow you to start filling in stuff on the clock, and then once you've completed it, I just believe you get the thing. So, establishing someone's trust, courting a new friend or contact, changing your character's vice, investigating a mystery. But I'm pretty sure I read that you can also use it to acquire, like acquire an asset, but acquire one permanently.
Oh, if I bought one, it wouldn't even be something I could.
No, acquiring an asset is temporary, so it wouldn't even be. Permanent.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can do that then. Long-term project instead.
Okay.
So what do I do?
So I'll start you a little clock, and then how do you go about tracking something like this down? Because
Start shopping around, meeting different markets, seeing what people have to offer.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Start, maybe hit up the night market. So
Okay.
what do I do?
Some arms dealers, perhaps.
Yeah.
So you'll roll.
Maybe you hit up Ellen, see if she knows anybody.
So that might be a consort, or that might be a consort as well. Now what's cool about this is like even if you fail, you're gonna get 1 segment. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Oh Lord. Well, shit.
Wow. Now you don't. Now, unfortunately, you don't get a critical, but you'll get.
Hello.
You'll get 3 segments. So.
Very nice.
What
Very nice.
the hell?
And you picked this to crit on.
I know, right?
That's 2 crits. That's pretty great.
Well, I don't. It's not a crit technically.
Right.
No, but it's still a 6.
It's still a 6, so that's good. And how many? How do I know how many is on my clock? Like how many segments do I have?
I think the default is 8.
Oh my god, 8.
Yeah. But I'm not sure why I think that. So that could change. But I think it's 8. I think the default's 8.
And we're gonna describe what your character does to advance the project clock. Mark segments on the clock according to your result, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say. Anyway, yeah. That's all I can do.
Okay. Alright, it's on there as well. Alright, cool. And then, Horatio, did you want to do anything?
I just want to heal that last bit of fear.
Oh, okay. Recover. So what did we say? Bonesaw offers some help as well. Our Sawtooth, yeah, Sawtooth says.
Remy, you are being so bad.
Step into my office.
You are being so bad, boy.
Here's some drugs. Go ahead and roll.
It's the good stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and roll two
No, in there.
2d6.
Oh, we can spend rep on downtime activities, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So we need to spend some reps to make up for the 3 we gained. There you go.
You're being bad.
I've certainly got some ideas. 8.
So 2. So you can heal one segment on your healing clock.
Okay.
And then anything else?
That's it.
Was that only
Did you?
was that only one?
Yeah, that was only one. We have 2 now.
Do what?
We have 2 downtime activities. So if you didn't finish filling your healing clock, then you can do it again.
Because we're no longer at war, we get our normal 2 downtime activities.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Before we were pushing it because we had to do a war.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Yeah. Good shout.
Okay. Sawtooth says. Oh, good, 6. So that's 3 segments. And Sawtooth says, there's a part of the brain I can remove that will remove all fear.
So that was level 1, and I completely filled the chart. That it removes it,
You're no longer afraid.
Freedom!
and I reset the chart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then you said you had some extra downtime activities you wanted to pull off.
Well, so the way that we can spend rep is we can develop our turf, which we don't have a hold on because we're tier 0, so we can't spend on that. But what we can do is we can spend it on additional downtime activities. Each additional downtime activity costs 1 stress or 1 coin. So I'm going to recommend that we spend at least 3 rep to make sure the rep we earn today doesn't go to waste. So if we want to do it that way, that's fine. I'm not sure if that's how the system allows it to work in coherence, because you earn the rep beforehand. I think I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, so we've got 3 extra downtime activities, guys. Have you got something specific you want to do? Personal recommendation, remove a bit of heat.
Yeah, no, that's definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay, we have a long-term project: recover, reduce heat, train, indulge in a vice, or acquire an asset. We've currently got a couple of things ongoing, but they're not really in a massive rush. We don't need a silencer next month, do we? When we have the next sessions, that's fine. But we do need to reduce our heat a bit. So, personal recommendation: we reduce some heat and maybe do a bit of training. Like, is anyone really close to having their pie filled out? Their training levels. If we've been marking down the class bonus effectively, then you should have most of you guys should have quite a bit, because we've talked about backgrounds and things like that just today.
Well, I haven't trained yet.
In the abilities tab.
I have 3. Are we supposed to be getting an extra?
So if you click your class, the book, as the example for me, it's a book. Next to it, you click that. It says XP clues, and it will tell you what you gain experience for.
And I think
And
the crew sheet has one of those as well too, right?
It does, yeah.
At the end of each session.
With crew experience. Which we haven't done yet. That's something we need to do. So I'm just wondering if you got, because I know for a fact that Horatio's definitely got 1 from dealing with his background. Lester's definitely got 2, because you dealt with your vice and your background in this session alone. Lester used his tinkering knowledge to make a solution with the bomb, so I believe that's 1 for Lester. You may have more.
Reginald,
sorry, yep.
you're good. One thing on the mind.
Also, Horatio rolled a desperate action, so he gets experience in his attribute or in his playbook, his choice.
Yeah, shit. I didn't even know
I thought
these things that.
desperate action was just in your attribute.
It says in your playbook or an attribute, but
Oh, okay.
I think attribute might actually be better because you get the additional anyway. So so as an example, Lester 100% expressed his beliefs. Definitely nailed that one. I fucking hate that bitch. You struggled with issues from your visor traumas during your session. Yeah, 100% did that because Claudia betrayed him. You know, he's talking about the fact that he can't handle women. And, you know... Is it Claudia? Clara? I can't remember her name. Sorry. But that's at least 2. Right. You get 1 experience for each one. And then Desperate Actions is every desperate action. So we've only done 1 this session. That was with...
Yeah, shit,
So just a reminder to mark that stuff down.
Oh yeah. Just pay attention to that. And I think so.
Because I can tell you that I've gotten a second special ability from that. Because every session we've had, I've done all 3.
Well, so and I think we can, let's calculate the XP off stream, and then I just want to get this long-term project or the sorry, not the long-term, but the downtime, the extra downtime activities done.
Yeah. So we got 3 downtime activities. Should we just remove heat, reroll it? What do you guys think? Unless someone's trained.
Yeah.
I think remove heat should be the priority, and then if there's anything left over. So I don't think we can get rid of the wanted level without.
No. So yeah, let's try to remove heat.
Okay. So go ahead and spam reduce heat.
That is the. We're gonna bribe so many freaking policemen right now. So reduce heat. Roll a D. Console, or maybe you can command the field of citizens.
Cue the montage.
Alright, so I've got 2 in attune, 2 in skirmish. Does anyone have any 2 in command consort or sway?
No.
I have 1 in consort.
Alright, so I'll do command then, because I get the plus. So we'll do it from that.
Alright.
And we'll do that 3 times. And this is... thank you. Behave yourself. So
Ooh,
6.
Success. That's 3. That's reduce heat by 3.
Alright, so we've got 1 heat. Should we spend another? May as well.
Yeah.
Fail.
2 is still 1. Yep.
Yeah. So we're clear on heat now. No more heat. But we have 1 wanted level. And we have an additional downtime activity. What do you guys want to do? We can just chuck it into a project if we need to think about it.
Yeah, just throw it into a project.
Yeah. Should we do Lester's gun?
Yeah, sure. You can.
My gun.
You can roll an action.
Talk to some peeps.
That'd be appropriate for it.
Yeah.
Who wanted to roll it?
I think this is either Maddie or it's someone she involves in her gun. This is her project.
I can roll another consort.
Yeah. It went so well last time.
Yeah, now I'm gonna say the fucking thing. Alright, consort. Roll.
Ah, well, you know.
Oh yeah, I can't get what I want all the time, do I? So is
Yeah.
that one?
Almost another 6.
So that is 1. All right, you're halfway there.
Very nice.
Halfway there.
You've talked to the arms dealer. You got some putting some feelers out there. People know what you're looking for. All right, cool. So that is the game. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. Make sure to check us out next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing a dice giveaway, so come and get in on that. It's gonna be a great time. You can check us out here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all kinds of cool stuff. Make sure to check out our YouTube and our Twitter. Give us a follow, give us a subscribe on there, and you can catch up on all the other episodes that of stuff that we've done. Later this month, we've got some Dungeon World coming up, and then of course we alternate dungeon crawlers all around. And as Forkpuff has mentioned in the chat, make sure you stick around for the raid so you can earn some points. I'm gonna go say hi to Level 1 Geek, because they're just so charming. And so go check them out, get some extra points, and everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for playing, everybody. And make sure you can check out Paul tomorrow on Galabon's channel, right?
Hell yeah!
Galibon, yes. So check them out tomorrow.
Galabon Sword Coast Chronicles, great fun D&D sesh. Should be tomorrow at 8 CST, I do believe. 8 p.m.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
There is the raid, and